1 second. They can hear us, but the music's probably really fucking loud. Hang on. Ah! Okay, there we go.
We're here somewhere.
Turn that down a bit. Okay.
Hang on. Oh yeah, you can. It's fine.
Welcome everybody to the Watchers in this. Where's my overlay?
Jonathan, go.
Hey, finally!
It's on.
It's on!
So we're trying to find like.
Turn everything else off!
Still.
Well. Okay.
We've got
you. Oh, we've got you twice, Tom. Whoops.
We've had this conversation, James.
Well, I've had other things on my mind, alright?
Tom section.
Oh my god, that bite is ridiculous. Turn around.
Someone's asked me a question on Facebook. What's up, everybody? This is the first Q&A in my living room.
Existence is pain.
We're fine. Everything's fine. You can hear us, right? I hope.
Keyboard's fine.
What do you think?
They're not helping us.
Hang on, it's a little. Yeah, they can hear.
Oh,
us.
are these the
Okay.
comments?
Okay, yeah. So this is the chat. So the chat, guys, is on a big screen.
Professional.
So the chat is on a big screen up on the board. But first, I'm gonna go ahead and do like intros and other stuff, signal boosts, etc. So we're not playing D&D today. We're just talking about D&D. So what happened? Okay, before I go into that, what happened? Okay, just in defense, for some reason, it put a Facebook URL into the overlay. It was working earlier, I swear, because it was up on it, right? And then it put it in twice, and then it was just a whole mess. Anyway, we're not playing Dungeons and Dragons today. We're going to talk about.
What?
We're going to talk about our Dungeons and Dragons characters, or rather, I'm going to talk about them.
Wait, who do I play?
Okay, you're fitting into your
NPC
character
3.
perfectly. It's better than anything.
NPC.
But before we go into any of the questions, because you guys have given us questions, we're going to talk about some. By the way, if you have questions in chat,
Don't
fire
ask.
away, right? And if you guys could write it down somewhere. I do have a piece of paper over here and a pen.
No, I've got a sketchbook. Screw you guys.
Also, if you subscribe, you get an additional 5 entries into the giveaway, and we'll do it on the stream.
That's like more than 4.
We'll write it down, right? We've got a lot. Show them the bowl. Where's the bowl? That's the bowl. We're just going to do the old.
With the keys or the paper.
That's in case we need to be sick at any
Going to
point.
do the old raffle.
It's all the same name in there.
My name everywhere. Oh no, I can see 20 of James' own name in this.
No.
But yeah, if you subscribe, you'll get 5 extra entries into
Challenge
the
has
giveaway.
been,
Live
Sketchbook.
drawing.
I'm
Live
actually
art
planning that
drawings.
anyway because I still need to draw the
Anyway, I
monster.
should definitely talk about
Live art?
Live art.
Life art.
Life art.
I should definitely talk about like the giveaway and stuff. Yeah, so the giveaway is going to be taking place today. We've been sharing it all over the internet for the past couple of weeks. Don't worry, we'll be a little bit more prepared next time.
No, we won't.
We have. Listen, okay, it's taken about.
I was prepared.
It's taken 2.5 months, okay, and I think the watches they go pretty well. So fuck you, buddy. Okay. All right. So so there is like a bunch of prizes that are on the table right now.
Who's fast at writing? Can I just...
Well, I'm talking, so somebody else needs to do that. But there is a owlette pen, there is a notebook, there is a tiny little dice bag, there are dice, there are minis, there is a print from Tasha Cole's Tabitha Dreadful, which arrived today. It is gorgeous. What else is there?
there's dice.
I said dice.
Minis.
There's the Face Spider mini from Tom.
There's the pen.
Book.
There is a plush.
Face spiders.
Yeah, the book is upstairs. I thought I brought it downstairs.
There's a pen. There's dice bags.
Yeah, there is a plushie that is coming from Dan, but Amazon are a little bit slow right now. So.
We need to get like old Funhouse style. It's like a picture of all the things coming in, as you're saying what it
Oh
is. and-
yeah. I mean,
We'll throw it at the camera.
listen, if we can get a production, like some kind of production team, then we could do that. But right now, no, thank you.
We need a Funhouse theme tune first, though.
There's a cuddly toy washing machine going full generation game on
Do you know
it.
what? That would come back, because guess what was on TV last night? Supermarket sweeps come back with new loads.
Oh shit! Anyway, before we go into
Yeah, but
supermarket
I've
sweep,
seen
we will send this anywhere around the world to you. It's going to be in a box of its own with its own pretty gift paper, right? It's going to come to you. Thanks, with thanks from us, and we're going to be doing another one next month as well. And I will talk more about that later on. Yeah, we're talking about the subs. If you sub, you get 5 extra entries into this giveaway. We also still have a blind bag to give away. It's our 9th week that we've had it. If we get to 35 subs, we're on 21 right now. If we get to 35 subs, then we will just give it away. We'll just give it away. We'll probably take it from the same bowl, actually. Right, we'll just do that. Okay, next on to the signal boosts. Natural20tables.co.uk. I'm looking directly at Dan because he's the one that owns Natural 20 Tables.
Oh yeah, I'll wait for I'm reading the messages. This is why we don't read the messages. Oh wait.
Don't worry, we will catch up with the chat in just a moment. Hey Kaika, by the way. Also Callum, Kitsune, Siri, Siren, sorry.
Decay.
Valkyrie!
Ah!
Callum, I said Callum. Okay, I think, yeah. I think somebody else is in there as
Who
well.
knows what's in the blind bag?
Well,
They know what's in the
they
blind
don't
bag.
know.
They don't know what's in the
They
blind
said they
bag.
don't know what's in it.
It's not even down.
Yeah, they make so Natural 20 Tables make solid wood custom built tables that are available to buy online, and they have a table builder, 0% finance, only in the UK though. And yeah, just give them an email, and if you want a particular custom table, they will do it for you.
yes.
Like they will do it for you. So yeah, if the table builder isn't giving you what you want, then go give them. So I love James just ignored my name and someone else said it. Decay, I love you, buddy. You're the
You're
best.
welcome.
You're the best mod.
Although someone else.
What?
What?
Someone else. You're the.
I'm the someone
You're just
else.
someone else. Okay, next, ValkyrieRPG.co.uk is a group of amazing ladies who sell Norse-inspired dice, set in series, and within the series there are sets. So there is the Niflheim series, and within the Niflheim series there are sets of dice, which are glittery, galaxy-like dice. Jotunheim are toxic, swirling colours. The Midgard series, sorry, not Midgard series, the, I've forgotten the name of them. No, I've forgotten the name. Never mind. I think I probably said it right, maybe. But yeah, anyway, they've all got like different themes. Also, this is really intense. This music.
That's what we're getting.
I'm just gonna go with it. This is Dragon Age.
Competition time, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah, so go follow ValkyrieRPG.co.uk on all their social medias. They right now have a 50% off
Yes, Valkyrie.
on all of their stuff, right?
Yes.
Yas, queens.
Sorry, not Valkyrie. We just had those. Firebutton Gaming. Sorry, I'm running off my. Everything is on my phone. So, Firebutton Gaming. Many of the crew in and around the Watchers are Firebutton crew. I'm an honorary member. MoistOwlette comes and does co-ops.
He's not cool enough to be one of us yet.
I don't want to be.
It's too cool to be
Okay.
in there.
Yeah, I am too cool.
He's just casting some shade in there. And
So
off it
I'm
goes.
going to be itching my leg a lot tonight because the mosquito has fucking gnawed into my leg.
As long as you're
Because
pitching that, I'm
these
like,
nuts.
well, we're good.
Well, why do you think I got a jacket on? I'm just stop from doing that.
Just slap it. It's fine.
Tattooist. She's a tattooist. Okay, so yeah, they have a wacky sense of humor. They play video games, board games. They have bantercasts. They have podcasts. They play. I've always said board games. Episode 4 for the deck building game is going to go up soon. We've got Tomb Raider.
Tom Reader.
We've got Tomb Raider. We've got XCOM. We've got Resident Evil. Thank you, bot, for dinging. Forgot that was a thing.
Ding dong.
Yeah, and yeah, there's loads of. There's the new Dark Souls that's gone up recently, as well, and there's some new Tomb Raiders coming up. First Aid Spray, a podcast of fans and content creators that revolves around the franchise of Resident Evil. I am now a member of First Aid Spray podcast. Make sure to check them out on all social media platforms at FA Spray Pod. That's FA Spray Pod. I voice and speak my mind about the games along with the excellent minds at Thank you. At First Aid Spray. Take's just working overtime here. He's like, ah!
And even after you forgot who he was.
I love Take. He knows that. Right, Take? I'm not gaslighting you, right? Okay, so yeah,
You can
that's
tell us, Decay.
that's my. I can't change my YouTube URL to MoistOwlette. It's changed it to my very, very first avatar. Like name.
Set bears.
Next, we're going to talk about Zoe Wan Kenobi, original content artist. Is not taking commissions currently because she is super busy with tattooing. She's back into tattooing again.
If you want ink though.
If you want ink, come to Huthwaite Eternity Health and Beauty Studio. Yeah. In Huthwaite, you'll just put Huthwaite Eternity, you'll find it.
Also have a hairdressers now.
Also have a hairdressers, a massage parlour, like
piercings,
yeah.
sunbeds, which
Great.
is great straight after a tattoo.
Also the big Watchers headshot that you see up there. That is that's been done by Zoe. As well as so all the stuff you can see just behind Lauren, Zoe is drawing.
Oh yeah! Oh no, Destiny Blue right there.
Destiny
Right.
Blue, right?
She's queen.
Oh yeah, special shout out to Destiny Blue. I met
Fuck
last year.
yes.
She's amazing. Next, Colour Moose. A tap-to-create app that allows you to make maps of excellent quality for use in all tabletop. Yes, okay.
It's not even a question.
Of course. But yeah, in all tabletop gaming, use the Calamus. It's very simple. It takes you minutes to make a map, and then you just stick it on a TV or a PC monitor, and then just stick it on, on its back, and then you can just play off your screen. Just put some perspex on it if you don't want to damage your screen. But I'm not your mum. Next, we're going to talk about the Watchers, which is us.
Who are they?
Please go follow us on Facebook at The Watchers D&D, Instagram at The Watchers D&D, Twitter Watchers D&D, and YouTube MoistOwlette. Okay, if you just put MoistOwlette into it. I put these episodes up, though right now I've been very slow because stuff has got very, very busy recently, so I haven't been able to do it. But don't worry, episode 11 is ready to go up, and episode 12 is is currently in editing. Yes, you can find all the links in the stream chat. Fabulously presented by TK, thank you so much. Or if you're watching on YouTube, the video description below. There are no trigger warnings, but to be honest,
I feel like
yes, there will be trigger warnings because this is a chill stream. There will be things that we're going to be talking about that these Watchers dudes have been through, right? Which has been there's been a lot. There's been a lot that's happened. I'm going to go through my notes. Where's my note page? There it is. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, fire them off now. We're going to say hi to all of you. So to Kay, Zoe, can you make a tattoo on me if I come and visit England?
Abso-freaking-lutely.
What do you want, Kay? That's the thing.
Make the tattoo.
Do you want a
Siren?
portrait of James on your back?
Please don't. Please don't do that. Get one of the little emotes, the crazy owl emote. Get that one. That would be amazing. Destiny Blue is amazeballs. I got to meet her last year, and she's so kind. I think that's kind of the first thing I met. I
she
noticed
gave
about
me-
Destiny Blue.
A red panda.
She gave me 2 free prints.
Or James.
Like, do you know when I first met her at Comic-Con?
Yeah.
Because I was in cosplay and everything, and she was too scared to come and hug me because she thought the blood was real, because I was the Fallout 4
Oh, right.
Wastelander. So she thought all the blood was real, so she was too scared to hug me because she didn't want to hurt me, and then I told her it was fake, so she hugged me lots. And
She's a
then
hugger. She's a serial hugger. She loves it.
we got to talking about mental health and stuff like that, and then she just gave me 2 free prints, and I was like, I want to pay for a print, so I ended up going behind her back, asking her staff if I could have a print to buy, because she just kept giving me free prints. It was so good.
Yeah, go check her out. She's on Destiny Blue and everything, isn't
Yeah, she's just Destiny Blue.
Destiny Blue and everything. She does.
Main thing is DeviantArt, but
And
Facebook as well.
she's just come back to social media as well because she's had a hard time recently. But she's just come back to social media and getting out there again. But yeah, introductions. Okay, so I am James, Dungeon Master, Game Master, whatever you want to call me. I'll answer to anything. We have just next to me, we have Tom / Aya,
Yes.
who is a tiefling rogue. next to Tom, we have Zoe, who is also a tiefling rogue. Original, I know. Don't worry, they are vastly
Wow.
different. They are much different.
Tiefling rogues.
Tiefling. Tiefling rogues. Next we have Cade, who is Dan, who's played by Dan.
I'm Dan, played by Dan. I'm also Cade.
Cade. Okay.
Like that cage.
And then on the end here, far away from me, Lauren,
Hello.
is
I can still see
Is now Jace. There's no hiding the
Jace.
fact.
No hiding.
I miss you.
her name was actually announced by an invisible stalker on the last episode last week.
But they didn't really pay attention
We had
to
to
it, which was
retcon.
hilarious.
Yeah, I had to actually remind them that happened.
Don't help it. Everybody just called her Jace the whole
Hey,
Hey, Authority.
Hey, Authority. That's a cool name.
That is a really cool name.
We respect our authority.
We do. We're all very odd. All right, so you probably you probably come to the stream for the giveaway. We're probably going to do the giveaway in about 40 minutes or so, but we're going to get some questions out first. So again, if you have any questions in chat, just throw them out. It can be about the players. It can be about the characters. You can ask me. You can ask the players. You can ask the couch. The couch isn't going to say anything.
Yes, it is.
No, it's lonely.
saying.
Have you never seen the Watchers?
Don't sell me.
Nature talks. It does.
Or even a more
sell me,
generic
James.
D&D kind
I'll
of
miss this sweet arse.
Might just be a more generic D&D kind of question.
I love your impression of the sofa.
Yes.
Dan.
It's got 3 people on it in a minute, so it's proper squished in it.
So I didn't say. So Cade is a dragonborn paladin,
No, yeah.
and Jace on the end is a changeling cleric. If you guys want to say your subclasses, you can do. If you want.
I'm an assassin rogue.
You don't have to say if you
Yeah.
don't want to.
Fine.
I'm an assassin rogue.
Assassin rogue.
And
Mastermind? Oh, no.
it's ironic.
No, yeah, you got it right.
I'm a dumbass mastermind.
And that makes the best mastermind. What is the best class and why is it wizard? We're not going to answer that one.
Oh, there's so many stories by Fireball. No.
No,
Fireball is never the answer.
I'll answer that in a moment.
Unless it's in the form of alcohol.
Those goddamn bookworms.
Okay, Dan. With
Vengeance.
you're a vengeance paladin. Okay, and Jace.
Storm Cleric.
Storm Tempest.
Tempest. I always call it
Cleric.
Storm because in my head call it Storm now.
So we had in the last episode we had a fireball that did quite a number on the party.
Oh shit, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, he was very very tempted to do it again.
Only on one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Of which all the fire resistant guys.
But you should have seen
So
their
that,
you should have seen their
like,
faces when I said fireball. They all shit in their pants.
Because I
It was
thought I
great.
killed you. Oh no, that was
Okay.
another thing.
No.
That
So
was
what is the
other thing.
best class and why is it wizard? I don't believe there are any best classes. There are classes I consider, like, I'll just answer this and then we'll go around.
Tiefling rogue.
I consider all classes pretty strong, though there are some outliers. Like, I would consider, like, the ranger beast companion, the companion beast, whatever that subclass is, can't remember the name of it.
In the early days, it's very, very
Beast
strong.
Hunter, yeah. The Beast Hunter Ranger is very good early, but like later on, you have to make your own rules up to make it actually worthwhile. But then there's like classes like Cleric or Rogues or
Paladins.
Paladins who are crazy strong. Like they're very, 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 very strong. I do like Wizard. I do like Wizards, but there's a kind of a joke with us where I consider wizards the nerds of D&D because they have to write everything down and study and everything, which is it's not a bad thing. You know, it's just that it can be a little bit of a bollock sometimes because you like
nerds.
I have to spend like 300 gold to put these 5 spells into my book. What? So it can be an expensive hobby as well.
Yeah.
Would you consider? I mean, this is a very obvious question. Would you consider the best class?
I mean, there's obviously a difference for me, but obviously between best and favourite, because favourite is and probably always be some kind of rogue, but in certain situations, in terms of strength, I mean, shout out to a certain combination of Gloomstalker.
Oh yeah.
in certain situations is really strong. And late on, I mean moon druids, because potential infinite health, really.
I love them. Even later on, they're strong.
That's what I mean. That's especially later on. Like once they get their infinite shape changes, there's not much stopping them. So
apologies for the subtitles. We have closed captioning, and it basically adds it in for us. And sometimes I can't understand us, so apologise.
Into picking my accent rate up, though.
All right, so
Yeah, there's my couple
Can't see
of
the
2
subtitles.
pennies worth
all right,
to give someone else a chance.
Zoe,
I think I've only played 2.
you played a. Didn't you play a cleric dwarf? No, it was a fighter, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a
Fire
fire
dwarf.
dwarf.
Yeah.
And the tiefling rogue. But
Yeah. So what would you say was your favourite out of those two?
tiefling.
Tiefling.
Spirit's mint.
Tiefling rogue.
I want to be her when I grow up.
Okay. When I grow up, says the fully adult Zoe.
I'm not fully adult.
Okay, Dan.
Again, I ain't got enough experience really. For what have I played as? I've played
You played a few. You played a few.
Barbarian.
classes.
I think I'm
Yep.
Barbarian. What was that one that I died in like 2 turns on your game?
The wizard.
That's a wizard. Yeah, he was amazing for the intro, and then I had to do things, and that was game over.
You all died in that game, so it's like such a mess.
Yeah, that was a really weird game.
So what saves your
I'm not
favourite?
playing anymore. I don't know. I'm really enjoying the Paladin,
Yeah.
just because it's kind of got a bit of everything.
Yep.
I can do damage, can heal, can tank, unless the DM's been a douchebag and high rolling on me. But you know, that's a different conversation. No response.
Sometimes GMs have to roll high, you know.
Player. Yeah, I'm enjoying the plan, but again, I don't know if that's because I've set him up to my own thing as well. See, the other things I played were all like one shots, so they're like pre-made characters.
Yeah.
Whereas Cade,
Come from your
I've
head.
picked all the things that he is, and I
Yeah.
don't know, I'm just enjoying
All right.
the actual.
AO
class.
was the first ever one I made as well, and you have a sort of. There's an extra bit of attachment to it, isn't there?
Lauren.
Well, I don't have any attachment to the first one I created. I hate the Warlock class. I hate it with a passion. It's awful. That's all.
Sorry, what are you gonna do?
When everyone else's turns are lasting forever, I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? It's happening.
Is that 1 ray or 2?
All important. Still 2 spell slots for another 3 levels. So no, I hate my first class, but I love clerics. So much fun. I actually love like the buffing and things you do in battle, where you can sort of like set the battlefield up for everybody, put the buffs on, put the bits and pieces in place, and then do the healing. I really enjoy actually setting up and playing the battlefield as a cleric.
Yeah, I love clerics. I love clerics as well.
I like that.
So what edition did you guys start playing with? And do you play any other systems or just stick with 5e? I think I'm the only one that's had experience with other editions.
I've played some 3.5.
Okay.
I played some 3.5, which is still okay.
Yeah.
I think
3.5 is like kind of the one that everybody loves.
Yeah.
Like it's very numbers based.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of numbers in
Yeah.
that one.
okay
But yeah,
with that, so we're not playing.
I've had experience with first edition, second edition, particularly in computer games. A little bit in fourth. I haven't touched third, and obviously all my experience goes into 5e. I pretty much know those books backwards to front. But sometimes I make mistakes too. Always do.
anyone played Pathfinder?
Yeah. I thought you had.
No, never played Pathfinder.
Me neither.
Did Dad?
No, I think they only played AD&D.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
second
I've read
edition.
Pathfinder Adventure to change it over for D&D.
Yeah.
And the adventures actually are pretty cool looking.
Yeah, I do want to touch into some of their lore, their lore side of it. Really, really bad subs. Yeah, I know. It's kind of a joke now. Are you worried about power creep in D&D and hand-holding adventures? So I guess that's a question for me. Also, Lauren as well, and Tom, because
It's something close to my heart as well. Just not just D&D, but most game systems. Once it's been out a while, it's just natural that to get new things and to have people playing them, you have to make them interesting and good for people to play them. I mean,
Yeah.
but that's where people that make the game and things like that, that's where they earn their money, to try and find a little place amongst all the classes and stuff and find it in amongst it, rather than just having to build something above it that's just will get people to play it by making it more powerful. And that's where power creep comes from. I've had a couple of game systems that's been, to use the word, ruined by it. I can't see it at the minute in D&D. They're doing okay.
No, there is no like kind of metering, like in 5th edition right now. Like, because you can like in computer games, you would get someone that's made a tier list, for instance, right? Something like that. That people, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's an X-wing as well, isn't it? Like you have tier lists.
Yes, it's the
So it's
reason
like-
the second edition of X-Wing exists, because 1st edition was absolutely took over with power creep, and that's why it had to happen.
Because I mean that's a really good explanation. But to go on the next part of the question, hand-holding. I only hand-hold new players.
Me.
And I tend to have like a cut-off. It depends on who that player is. Depends on the cut-off. So say if they've played 10 to 15 and I see that they're getting comfortable with it, that's when I'm like, okay, the wheels are off. Now shit goes down, you know. But at the same time, I don't like. I'm also quite fair. Like I try. Like if something just isn't fair in the game, then I always like hold back. But I think to keep away from the kind of the power, the kind of metering and the hand holding and trying to railroading and stuff like that, it's just to keep in mind as a DM that you are there for the players' enjoyment, to make sure the players are having fun, right? And when you keep reminding yourself about that, you can keep away from that kind of power cream. Got subtitles as sour cream.
Yes.
But yeah, you can keep away from that kind of thing. Fumblebee, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Our Family. Appreciate it. If just another quick reminder, Meta, hey man, if you sub to us, you get 5 entries into our giveaway tonight. If you want to be entered into the next giveaways, just follow us on our social medias.
But hopefully D&D as a game will be more sheltered from things like power creep, because I think power creep is often brought on by games that have a competitive scene, and things like that. People that want to find new bits of,
and D&D doesn't really have that.
which it doesn't really do. So hopefully, if not completely immune to it, it will be a lot slower. So hopefully D&D will stay away.
Lauren, what do you think?
I was actually just thinking about the hand holding, and I think even with new players, yes, say like someone's playing a new like class they've never played before, I will hand hold, because say someone's been playing for years, but like say Tom, you've never played a sorcerer.
Oh yeah, exactly. They're completely different systems, aren't
You
they?
need like a hand holding through the first bit of it, because you won't know necessarily everything about the class. But then again, there's a point where you cut off and you remember best by your mistakes.
Yeah.
You've got to be a little bit devilish as a DM and just
You got to
making
balance.
the mistake.
You got to have a balance there. Like you can't. Hey, Ryder on. Also, people might need to resub too. I keep forgetting that's a thing every month. I believe I did write your name into Goblin Brained. I did write your name into the giveaway as Goblin Brained as a sub. So you did get in there. Okay.
I'm just going to quickly pick out that what is power creeping as well. That's power creeping is you release a game system. It has so many different parts to it. In D&D's case, for instance, like your classes and your subclasses and your races and the combination of those. And you've got all them, and that's the starter bit. But then, obviously, as you want to evolve your game and bring new things out for it, eventually there's a point when, in some systems, you've filled all those gaps, and the only way to really do it is to start to get people to play your new stuff is to make it a little bit stronger, so people go to that, and then you build things that's all on that power level, and then all of a sudden you have to go up again, and then all of a sudden your things that you bought out at the start to get left behind and things like that. And it's when you start to have your game system where only a certain smaller percentage of your stuff is getting played with because of the power that it is, and that's what power creep is. And then eventually you just got to bring more stuff out that at least matches stuff or beats it for people to use it again, and that's kind of what it is.
Also, Dungeons and Dragons, it gives you tools to scale up and scale down monsters.
Exactly.
So you can just like mess around. Oh, it's classes. You can just mess around with them like if you want to. Okay, so I don't see any more questions in chat at the moment. But yeah, if you guys have any more questions, don't worry. Stick them in chat and we'll read them off. But I do have a question from Selfie in Discord. Yeah, so this is one for all four of you. Do you share, and we'll start with Aya, Tom, do you share any traits with your characters?
In mild ways, I think yes. I think in my head, Aya is like...
Edgelord.
Aya is a lot of things that just the confidence side of her that isn't me. And it's kind of that side where the game allows to... It's me times 10, basically. It's kind of me on acid. Which is a nice thought, but no, it's just taking parts, some parts that I'd like to be, and some parts that is me, and just cranking that up a little bit more. That's
Okay.
really...
Zoe? Inspira? Do you want me to repeat the question?
No, sharing.
Do you share any traits with your character? Yeah.
Kinda. I mean, we're both kinda overly optimistic a lot of the times, but I'm a little bit of a bitch and she's not. So
I would say I think we've come to the conclusion that Inspira is like if you split the yin and yang of Zoe, right? She's like Inspira is the positive side of Zoe.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like you know.
And the stupid side of me as well, which is pretty much the whole of me. So I share her dumbassness.
Okay. Dan, with Cade, what traits do you share with Cade?
I wanted to go in with Cade being completely what I'm not. But am I the only one that bought snacks tonight?
Yeah. No, I brought these. Wait.
I didn't have time to, so...
No, I'm only saying that because... Yeah.
Why is no one else that happy about these?
I made him quite tall, because I'm used to being quite tall.
Yeah.
I made him always hungry, because I'm used to being quite hungry all the time. I'm usually a lot more talkative, so I suppose he's not really got the chat that I
oh yeah, he doesn't have the gabba, does he?
He should have. I'm going to have to try and crank that up, but... Yeah, I don't know, yeah.
We'll get to your questions, guys.
Yeah, he's hungry far more than he should be.
Yeah.
I'm probably guilty though.
Okay, and Lauren?
I think it's a disapproving look I share with Jace. The teacher seems to come out in my life. It's actually started to come out in her. She wasn't supposed to come out as like the moral compass. That wasn't my original plans for her. She was supposed to be more of a blank canvas, but the way everybody else has gone, she's had to come out as the moral compass of it. So the teacher in me seems to be shining out through Jace and trying to be disapproving of poor actions and poor choices in life and trying to straighten them all out.
Aya is a lot more like going
outgoing.
Than I am. She breaks a lot. She breaks the rules that I can't in real life.
Okay, so a question for experienced DMs. Do you have any special ways you detach yourself, or plays, you detach yourself from the real world and get in the game world? And then a DM question after this. Aside from ambient music and in-game descriptions, are there any other tips you can give aspiring DMs to help people engage at the table, help if they have a player struggling? With me, it's a bit strange. I have a switch in my head that I can just switch on and off when it comes to acting. But I also did a lot of acting in school. I didn't have any degrees in it or anything. I just did drama, so I just went back to then. I also really enjoy getting into other headspaces, trying to figure out. The reason why I have all these different characters in my games and NPCs and stuff is because I'm trying to explore how these people are thinking and how they think. That's how I get into it. Is like I find it fascinating that I can just get into a head and then, like Chapel, for instance, in Lauren's campaign, she is a wise old bitch, right? And she's like, but she's also got some other things going for her that are completely not me. Like they're not me at all. But I love diving into her character. Right? She likes to lie. She likes to cheat. But she's also good-hearted. Right? So it's cool to just dive into a head like that. On terms of the DM question, yeah, I mean it's the same thing. But when it comes to players struggling, I look at the other players, and if anyone's giving them shit, I always shoot them down, because I see that a lot, right? And I'm like, listen, we're going to take our time, and I'm going to help you, because I want them to have fun. And if I see they're not having fun, then I'm not having fun. You know, as a DM, you want to have fun, and you get your fun from the players. So it's like, if I see somebody struggling, I really want to help them out. Yeah, I mean, our two other DMs here, what do you think?
If people are struggling at the table, because we had two quite new people in the heist campaign I'm running with you in it.
Yeah.
What I got them to do was to look at their flaws they put in, the bonds that they put in on the character sheet. And then I would say to them, right, in this particular situation, not what would you do, but what would your character do based on this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I've got a silly thing I do sometimes, like if I'm out shopping, I'm walking around Tesco's, I'll go, okay, how would Jace walk around Tesco's? What would she react? So I try to put like my character into an everyday situation, just say to people, instead of thinking of yourself, using what you know about your character, what would they do, how would they talk, and give your characters your players hypothetical scenarios of like, well, if you were to come across a beggar in the street who's done nothing, what would your character's reaction be? They're a good character, okay. If it was Jace, for example, she might give them some money or some food. A more evil character might just stab them.
Yeah.
Because they think it's something to be stabbed.
Okay, Tom?
A simple tweak of sort of your in-game reward systems, whether it's for people trying to engage them at the table, people that, for instance, one situation, people that might not be that confident at RP, at roleplay, first time they try it, even if it's their first sentence, throw an inspiration out there. Or
Inspiration's very
if
good.
they're in a store and it's because something they've asked or something they've negotiated, drop that price down a bit more. It makes them feel like, oh, I did that.
Yeah.
And that's that's quite a simple one. What was the first part of that again?
It was trying to get into the characters.
Yeah, that was something. I mean, I really can't. I really can't answer that. It sort of just happens really quickly for me now. But right at the start, I mean, just playing this game, it was just once the door opens, I think it's a thing that you'll find quicker and quicker. I don't think there's one way that everyone can write down and sort of stick by. It depends how you are, really.
So, quick fire one. What's our favourite spells? Mine is Bonfire. Great Bonfire is my favourite spell.
It does have many uses, doesn't it?
Favourite spell?
Finger of Death.
Favourite spell? I don't think you've ever dealt with spells.
I have not.
One pop in your head? No? Alright, Dan.
Spells. I don't really know mine well enough. I've used the ding dong quite a bit. So I'll just go with that one.
The ding dong, by the way, is Divine Sense. It's a feature.
My favourite at the minute's Entanglement, because every time I have used it in Jade's campaign, I've trapped every single bad guy. They've failed every saving throw and changed the battles completely.
Yeah. Or I've got a feeling one day, the duel will be my favourite.
Compelled.
One day.
Compelled.
One day.
Was it Bumblebee, wasn't it?
Bumblebee, yeah.
Said hello.
Bumblebee asks, hello, I'm 100% new to D&D, never played a game actually, but do y'all have any advice? Can't wait to start following and watching. We can't wait for you to watch us. It's gonna be super fun. The way I started, which is pretty much how this all started, I threw myself in.
Yeah.
I was very nervous and I was very unconfident, and I couldn't find a DM, so in the end I went, fuck it, I'm gonna make my own rules. It's gonna be loosely based on 5e. And then as the games progressed, I looked at the player's handbook because I could afford it. Because it takes a while. When it first came out, it was quite expensive. I got it, looked at some of the rules, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, that makes sense. So then I actually built the actual rule set with 5e into my games, and that's where we're at now. So literally, I cannot give you better advice than just throwing yourself in, because because you look at a character sheet and it looks complicated because there's numbers there, right? But if you have a decent DM, right, who will give you a little bit of leeway for being a newer player, right, then just throw yourself in, and everything else would come afterwards, like everything else, right? Because I'm not going to go through the entire reason of why it's simple, right? But you understand eventually why everything is how it is, like, it's an experience. Are you all experienced D&D players? We've already answered the second part of that question, but Zoe is not. Lauren, you've been playing for...
Since it was MCM it was November.
So October time. End of October.
End of October.
Yeah.
I played the first one shot ever with you.
Yeah.
And then I joined Tal'Dorei Mondays on that. And then was probably
But
January.
you watched Crit Rolls, didn't you, before then?
Critical made a huge difference because I watched it for so long. It felt like I knew more than I thought I did.
Yeah.
So I don't actually feel like it's been that short a time.
No, it's not. A lot's happened, isn't it? It's in that time.
And I picked up DM in about 3 months.
Yeah.
Only about 3 months later I picked up DMing and just
I mean,
right, I'm going for
I
it.
think that was about the same with me. I think
Yeah.
8 to 10 weeks. I think I had of my first go at DMing. Yeah.
Because I enjoy both of it, because like being a player is great, like developing the character and running it, but then on the flip side, telling the story and guiding people through it and watching them create this whole thing in front of you.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Yeah, I love it. So Dan,
Only a couple of one-shots outside of...
Yeah, I think it was pretty much playing Megabytes that got you into D&D, wasn't it? Yeah.
Watching, and then watched a few games where we could, and then...
Questions for DMs. If you're in a bad mood, have you sometimes made things really challenging for a player, or been really savage to players just because you can?
I'm up about 2 3/4 years in terms of playing. So, in terms of the group sat here, second most. But,
I don't like saying how long I've DM'd for because I feel like I'm throwing my dick around, but I'm not gonna say it. But if you're in a bad, I've never done that on purpose.
Mm-hmm. That'd be a
Right.
bad DM to deliberately set
because
off to do it.
if you do, remember you are meant to be there to make it fun for the players.
yeah.
Though you do have to punish the players for making silly decisions,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, right. So if perfect example recently was the Tyranny campaign. Yeah.
My tongue.
Perfect example recently was the Tyranny campaign, where they were told that this book was nasty, and then one of the party members touched the book,
Oh yeah.
and it turned into a TPK.
You were in there.
You were in there.
Well, I was there when they touched it, but I wasn't there for the fun.
But yeah, I think we all agree, like, if you go out there and you're deliberately a twat to your players, then your players are not going to be appreciative of that, and they won't trust you. And that is a big part of D&D as well, is trusting the DM. Like, if I would be distraught if any of my players came to me and said they couldn't trust me.
I don't
Right.
trust him.
She's my sister, she didn't count. Don't DM on an empty stomach, I agree.
You're not trying to win, but the bad guys are trying to win.
Yes.
Last question.
I mean, there's
You as a person aren't trying to win, but your bad characters, they're trying to win. So you can still do that.
There's a saying I say with DMs, Dungeon Masters, that you are a referee of fun. You need to know what is fun and what isn't fun, right? Once you figure that out, then you can be a Dungeon Master.
An easy way to get rid of the anger is just to roll your dice really aggressively.
Maybe roll it again, you know? Like, players don't know, they shit their pants. You know? Like, if you roll behind the screen, right, they will shit their pants every day. Why is he rolling? Why is he rolling? Why is he just
We do
rolling?
that all the time as well.
Yeah.
So I'm terrified when James gets out a particular set of dice. They always seem to kill me.
Following the answers, do you feel it is up to the DM to prompt a player to think this way? So this way, in terms of your previous question, I've forgotten. So
That's
if,
the one about getting them into character and
yeah.
thing.
So if you feel they are making choices as themselves, not the characters, to stop them and ask, is that how your character would react? I do that a lot, actually. I actually
you do that. You've done that with me quite a lot.
Yeah, I don't, because whenever, I think it's because I played for so long, I think a lot of the players are intimidated by when I'm speaking to them. So when they ask me in a way of, should I do that? Right, and my answer is always, would your character do that? Like, it's like, it isn't about if they could do that or not, right? They need to ask me the question so then I can figure out if it can be done or not, right? That is the, there is no wrong or right, right? There is just what can and cannot happen.
You've kind of set me on track a couple of times.
Yeah.
The most recent example was the axe. And what are you going to do with that, Cade? As a paladin, I'm going to give it to the child.
Through clenched teeth.
But that is what I shall do. And back in character.
But I think it is up to the DM to prompt the player if they're not doing it, because it's not you're telling them off, it's bringing them more into the game and more into enjoying it, because if they don't realise...
I think it's the last
Not
thing
in it.
that clicks as a player. It's the last thing that clicks. It's because our class is different. Like one being in character, but then those things when you're just making choices, or like a puzzle, for instance. I was in a campaign not too long ago, and I was dumb as a bag of spanners. My character. And
just to clarify the character.
Yeah. And it was I was like, oh, that could be this, actually. I was like, no, wait, because my 4 intelligence orc isn't going to say, actually, it's that. And I think that's the last thing that clicked. It did with me, anyway. It was the last thing that clicked to sort of change your whole decision making.
Constantly with me, when I'm playing a character, and Lauren and everybody's probably heard me say this, I will think of something and go, nah, she wouldn't do that. Right, I would always do that because you've always got to double question yourself. It's like, would my character do that, or would I do that? Would James do that? Like when you think, would James do that? If James would do that, then that's okay, right? But also not, right? You got to get into the character's head and go, would they do this thing? If the answer is yes, then you go yes. Also, risk. Always risk. It makes a game fun.
So I think I've kind of built Cade up to be very similar to me. It's kind of me in dad mode. That's why I'm trying to be well behaved. So trying not to do stupid stuff because I'm trying to show a good example to my kids, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of. But it's helping me. I think I'll probably find it easier to, because it's my first character. I think I'll find it easier to translate into something else with the experience from this. I don't know, but I mean that was completely me. As bad as I felt about it afterwards, when A got their head caved in on the last episode, I'm like, right, if you're really going to want to go into that frigging house, you go into that house, and that's exactly what I'd be like with the kids. Obviously not into a stranger's house, but like Smith's Toys, you can just go in and have a look, get over and done with, kind of thing. But
so, question for all of you: what's your favourite thing about the Watchers?
In terms of moment or just straight up thing, I mean
we've had 3 lots. I mean, as a gameplay, 3 lots of double 20 so far.
Oh yeah, they're awesome.
that was pretty epic. Just
In-game.
talking in game, I mean, Cad Newer, I mean, having a whole estate to ourselves, I'm interested to see how that's going to go. And what we're going to end up developing, how we're going to end up developing that. But having a stronghold's pretty cool.
Yeah, you guys have a home now.
Mine's scaring the guy completely escaping by a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is my all-time favourite moment. The chase phase is so strong that she tells me no longer be protected. I just go straight out and gets eaten by a dragon. If that doesn't prove you should have faith in the gods
so
at that
much.
point.
Beth, welcome.
Religion rolls as well.
Oh yeah.
Where did you see me, Beth?
I love religion rolls.
Religion rolls are
From
kind
our
of.
cleric and paladin.
So we do have a dice rolling bot in the chat. We are thinking up ideas on how we are going to implement players and DM decisions through throwing bits at the channel, right? Just so there's more incentive there. For Moist and Zoe, who's done the art for the Watchers? Do we have any more art to come? Because I really like it. Zoe's doing all that, and she has been very busy at doing it. Has anyone been in a situation which during a campaign you just have no clue what to do next in a scenario?
So many times.
Yeah, because that's the thing about D&D is that you need those moments to then go, all right, huddle, everybody, we need to talk. Right, that's what D&D is about, the team play. So what else we got? Sorry about what's the one thing that makes a good player?
Just being willing to give it a go. Whatever it is, just being willing to get stuck in.
Yeah, a good player
Listens as well to the rest.
listens to the party, listens to the DM specifically, listens to the DM, does not interrupt the DM.
Unless it's really, really important.
Like if say if like there's an event coming up, you're like, but I want to cast, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. Oh, you saw me in Capital Lounge. Oh, sweet. What day? What day did you see me? I've been there a couple of times.
Wait, that's not Beth, is it?
No, that's another Beth. We know a lot of Beths. It's a good player. I tell you what, I think it's better if I answer the opposite. What makes a bad player, right? Because a bad player is someone who metagames. It's someone who knows information that they don't. Their character should know that information. Shouldn't know that information. If you don't know that information, then you shouldn't talk. If you're not in the room, you shouldn't talk. Don't be that guy, basically. Right? If you feel you're at the table and you're rolling dice and you feel like this sort of pit in your stomach and suddenly it's like, oh, I feel like that guy. Or people are looking at you like, everything goes, you're being that guy right now. Don't be that guy. Be the good guy. Or the evil guy. I mean, you can be evil too. It's like if you want to be.
Big ones like not taking the whole entire spotlight in every scenario.
Yes.
Like everyone's got,
Yeah.
it's not exactly a role to fill, but everyone's got different skill strengths. And the person who just hogs everything and takes the whole conversation.
Just reminded me.
and
Actually, a good bit of advice I was telling a few people a couple of weeks ago is if you want to be liked by your party, right, and you want to be included, you learn from your other party members. So, for example, Chapel, one of my characters, she constantly learns about what skills the other party members have. So what you want to do is you want to try and remind them. Say if there's something they can do and Chapel sees that they can do it, but Chapel can't do it. Chapel then speaks up and says, hey, you can do that thing. I know, I seen you do it a couple of weeks ago and you were great at it.
Sneak attack.
Yeah, right. I seen you do it, and that's okay to say. Like you're not metagaming that at that point because you've seen them do it, which means you can nudge them, and also it also gives you a little bit of a way into their backstory. Maybe talk to them later on, right? Saying, right, what caused you to get to this uber skill that you've got? How have you achieved this? You know, like backstories is another whole nother thing, but you should do it for free and watch the bits fly in. DM equal Allfather. It was last Wednesday. All right, I was actually on a date last Wednesday. That's what that was. A similar question: what makes a good character? Oh man. I mean, I just explained it. I think it's like just be free, take a risk, just have fun,
Go for it.
yeah,
like
With a character, go for it. Because what makes a good character? You.
yeah.
That's what makes a good character. So just absolutely go for it. Do that stupid voice. Everyone around
Yeah.
that table is there for the same game.
Yeah.
Go for it.
And there's nothing saying.
I've seen it, don't worry. I've seen
He
it.
clocked it as soon as it came in.
And you don't have to make a character from scratch. Like some great characters have come from like looking at a book or like a TV show you really love and going, what would this character be like as a D&D character, and basing it off that. There's no real rule to it.
No.
The
Just
way
whatever you have fun with.
the way Inspira was made was I was doodling at Megabytes once,
Yeah.
and I just drew a tiefling robe because I found out one of Tom's friends had said that Tom really liked tiefling robes. So I sat there drawing a tiefling, and that was in Spirit. That was literally it. James wanted to teach me how to play D&D one day, and he was like, "Oh, I'll just make a character," and I was like, "Oh, cool." And that was it. Basically, it was so cool. But
What spoilers we got for the next episode? Well, I mean, it depends where these fuckers want to go.
Whatever
Really.
the hell's in that maze.
Cade
Because
gets pregnant with a spider.
right now they have
I sense
several.
that's getting closer, that goddamn maze, because the fact that
Man.
Throne couldn't read into the maze.
And we've got
So
to go
that's-
down the levels as well.
It's not a mystery.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of fighting to do.
Fight.
On terms
5,000.
of what I can tell you, I can't really tell you an awful lot because I mean,
We'd have to leave the entire street. without friends
yeah,
behind.
like I would have to send my boys out, and they'd have to take you down. It's just as simple as that. Someone feed Cade. He looks like he's trying to food.
What's that?
At the bottom.
Okay, we have another question.
I have stuff in my bag. I'm eyeing that bag up. Make sure no one's taking it.
We have another question from social medias from
Hey.
Napsalm on Facebook, who's Rich, our audio
Naps.
guy.
so
Also known as Dick.
We're gonna go from one character to the next, like we did last time. If
You're
your
reverse this time.
actually, I'm including this way. If your character / major NPC was played by an actor, who would it be?
If you're what? Played by an actor.
If
Let's
your-
go reverse.
If your character major NPC was played by an actor, who would it be? So we'll start with.
Richard, you could have given me a warning you were going to say that.
I think, mostly because this is where I start. I can't remember the actress' name, but it's where I started to get my idea for Jace. Was River from Fireflies.
Oh, Summer Glau.
Yeah,
Yeah.
couldn't think of her name, but that would be who I would
her so
pick in a
much.
heartbeat for her.
Yeah. No, I could see that actually. I could see that. As my
music's gone, mate.
music just stopped.
Right.
There we go.
I don't know.
And,
This is actually
oh
a
yes,
really
we
good
have
question.
done some mood boards. I've done one
I
for
already know
Jace.
mine.
Oh, I do that. I've got about 6 mood boards for all of my characters.
I should put Jace's up on the Watchers page because it's a really cool mood board of where I had her at the start.
So Dan.
And Spira, she's got Gift Down Still Thinking.
So Summer Glau from Serenity, River Tam.
I try and I'll probably try and take far too much from Drax, so probably Batista.
Yes!
Okay.
Rose McIver.
Oh.
Nobody, I don't think anyone has heard of her because
No, I don't.
she's not in
iZombie.
a lot, but she is iZombie and she is bae. And she plays like tons of different characters just in that one series, which is kind of perfect for her because in Spirit is dead playful like she is and a bit weird, so yeah, her.
Tom.
Danny Rio.
It's really tough though, isn't it? It's really tough. I mean,
Well, like,
Who would you-
were
who would you-
doing,
who
like,
would you do
for
for-
whatever you were doing your original, like, you originally created Aya, who did you have, like, visually in mind whenever you did that first creation?
What's the name from Lost and suit your character? She's actually an elf in.
Evangeline Lilly.
Yeah.
oh,
She
Tariel, I think that's not a bad shout.
Yeah.
Her or Christina Hendricks.
Good one.
Oh, Christina Hendricks. Yeah. Everyone's put. I tell you what.
Christina.
I'll later on. I'll post them up.
Which one's that? Just remind me.
Excuse me.
I'll show you.
It can't be the same one I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, and mine. So major NPC.
We're on about Teflon.
Teflon!
The thing is, I've had. I love Teflon.
Oh really? Someone suggesting for Aya. Mila Jovovich.
Because that'd mean it'd
Give
be
it over.
crap. That would tank at the box office. Does that mean her husband would have to direct it and everything?
Oh god. So I would say my favorite NPC, and you guys haven't met him yet, but his name's Len.
Sorry.
His name's Len. Before you interrupt
Sorry.
me again. And I can't say much about him, but he's really interesting. And if I was to give him a character, a real actor, someone who can do any role, because that's how he rolls. I would say
Hugh Jackman.
Christian
Yes.
Bale.
Christian Bale was gonna. It was the first one I was gonna say.
Or
well, no,
Matthew
I'm not.
Hugh Jackman should
McConaughey.
always be first choice.
All right.
Yeah, like I would say they would do a very good Len, because you'll get to know him soon enough. Hey, Thakist.
Shows you. Just shows your teeth, Keith.
Wait, what? Oh, my phone was actually recording. Whoops.
Taco Bell.
So, any other questions in chat before I go on to the next one?
Nope, last one was.
What, are you rich as Lucy? Oh, I'm not sure, mate. Oh, are you rich as Lucy?
You're rich as Lucy, aren't
She
you?
You're
belongs to Richard. That will wind her
Your
up.
son is so gorgeous, I want to steal him.
Wait, whose son?
Whose son?
Hang on a minute.
How to scare someone
That's
with
the
FTLC,
daughter.
I want to steal your baby.
Oh, okay, that's.
Okay, so next one. Okay, yeah. So another one from Selfie. What has been your favourite moment so far in the watches?
Intimidation. Sorry.
That sucks.
No, this is a recent one again, and it's not because my memory's crap, but the fact that I beat you on that push the other day, that was like an achievement.
That was annoying.
What?
Not sure
Because-
if you could tell on camera. That was annoying. I'm desperate to have a save on that shit.
I mean, nothing happened.
When he pushed me in the drive.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot
I
about
think because you
that.
should. It was like an easy defend for you, and he just didn't roll. I was like, yes.
What about you, Jace? Lauren?
I think, besides the dragon one, I actually like the fact that Chase went down in the middle of the night, bitten by a spider.
The giant wolf spider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that, I've no fear of spiders, and I've never put such a simple, like something's built from the story, and now it's like, anytime I see a spider, I'm actually twitching at the table and like, nope, no more spiders.
Mine is Cade nearly being ravished by some sort of spider king.
That dance
That
was
was good.
amazing.
Look, when I put down
It
the
was
moves.
very good.
Zoe?
I already said
Oh,
intimidation.
so mine. Mine. Hey, Jeff Bomb. My
Jeff Bomb.
favorite moment was introductions. There are going to be more. There's going to be much crazier moments than this in the campaign, but it was a series of events. It was them going into the spider den to kill the Spider King, and then seeing Lolth just running, walking away. Right, that was
So
awesome to
good
me.
for me.
And then when they came back out, because this was all a set piece, go check out, by the way, I think it's episode 9 or 10 of The Watchers on YouTube. But then when they came out and they met Drizzt, because I've always wanted Drizzt Do'Urden to be in my games, because I love him so much. I've been fascinated with him since Baldur's Gate in 1997. I just love him so much. And I love his story, and I love his interaction with Lolth as well. So that was kind of my call list. But there are going to be cooler moments as well than that.
As a massive Dark Elf fanboy, I can't agree more.
Has anyone
Both of them.
not answered? I think everyone's answered, haven't they? That question. We got any more in? How do you tackle players who are struggling to engage in the session and bring IRL mood to the session? I talk to them. I tend to, before, and these guys know, if someone is upset, I tend to take them to one side and say, "Are you okay?" You kind of gotta be. You gotta put your grown-up head on, because you gotta treat them. I say them. You gotta treat your players. They are your friends, but you've also got to think about everyone else at the table, right? And if they still are acting a little bit strange during the game, you talk to them afterwards. Say, "Did you enjoy that game? What didn't you enjoy? What was it you would like to improve?" You know, because then you can maybe put them right, or if you learn something new, you can maybe employ that into the game, right? It's just talking, communication.
I'm like perpetually tired when I walk in, just before a game. I'm like always dead tired and slightly stroppy.
I poke you out of it though.
Yeah.
It's
I'll wake
simple with
up
you,
after a
it's just I
while.
give you a couple of pokes and that usually sets you off.
I literally just switch off. I think I do. I mean, last week walked in, it was like, I just had the call about the gaff, and it was like, yeah, tomorrow.
Here's one. How much do you guys love spiders now?
I don't mind spiders.
I hated them before.
I got close to a spider.
I'm fine with spiders in real life. I don't mind them at all.
Can we get
Both
tarantulas
fantasy
here?
and real life. It's great.
So
Next one's a moth cave.
how do you know if you're going too fast or too slow for the players? That I feel like that's an experience thing. Like it's knowing. I tell you what. There's a look. There's a player look. I don't know what to call it, right? But you look at the. I would say it's bewilderment. Actually, yeah. When you look at the players and they're all like. When you see that look, it's like, okay, we're gonna step it up. There's gonna be a gear, and we're gonna step that gear up, right? If you're going too fast, the players will let you know, right, in some way, right? But most of the time, I don't give a fuck. I'll just keep going
And leave
because
us feverishly going like this.
because I'll know, right, that it's going to come to an end, and there's going to be an end point to it, right? So, and the players always know that as well. You know, they know that it's not going to be just a non-stop ride. You know, other two DMs. Any questions?
Yeah, it really is down to it because, like, one time you go through an explanation, it'll be too slow, but then the next time you speed it up for them, it can be too fast. It just depends on what they catch on to and what you're talking.
Sending me dick pics, Angela.
Right, Angela, Kate's wife, is sending him dick pics.
She hasn't even said anything.
Yeah, that's
You
man.
just gotta feel it out.
Yeah,
You just gotta feel
it is experience, and as I said from earlier on, dive in, throw yourself in, right, without any preconceptions. So from Valkyrie RPG to
Yes.
all, have you always used D&D Beyond digital everything, or do any of you prefer paper and pencil players like ourselves here at Valkyrie? So
Yes.
we used to use paper and pen and character sheets and stuff. But I don't want to show you my bedroom, because it's full of paper. That's why I use digital now.
Dirty
because
calendars.
it's full of notes, although that's good for us now because it means that I can go back to those notes and be like, here, now I put all my stuff on a cloud, it's all saved there. So now I even use digital maps. I used to draw on my maps out and use wild and weird things to make it look like there were walls and furniture and stuff. But yeah, it's been a process from.
When I'm DMing, behind the screen, I'm all pen and paper.
Yeah, same.
It's like behind the screen, it's easy. I find it more in the mindset if it's physically laid out in front of me. That's why I would like to try it, but I think it's also a case of space. Like if you're like a cleric or something and you want all your spells and things, like Keith does it, then he plays mostly fighter classes where you don't have to have about
The
a million spells
Yeah.
to sort it out.
Yeah.
Because
Lost
the
my
way
Zero
spells.
AC.
the way it used to be, I used to have to. When I was playing Yuri, I don't know if you remember, but
Yeah.
I used to have my character sheet in front of me, but I also used to have tabs and tabs and tabs and tabs open of all my spells. It's like on my phone, because D&D Beyond wasn't around at that time, and yeah, so I had all of them there, so I knew what they did constantly.
I mean, on the other end, they had to drag me kicking and screaming onto digital stuff.
We really did.
I really do like pen and paper. As a DM, I'm almost fully that. Because me personally, it makes me think about my descriptive side more if I'm not using more visual aids and things like that, and it keeps me sharp on having to set more of a visual scene in people's mind on the place that they're entering and things like that. And with less digital and things like that, it keeps me.
I think,
on the tone of it.
like, obviously there is no wrong or right way, as long as you can keep control of your character sheet.
Yeah.
One thing that is you kind of overlook with a character sheet sometimes is like sometimes you forget to put a death save in, or sometimes you forget that you've used a spell slot or something like that, right? And that's what the digital helps with. But like, I did enjoy pen and paper. It's just having digital makes everything so fast and quick. Like, but as Lauren said,
You just can't press back on pen and paper.
you just can't.
So you don't fuck it up.
Yeah. But yeah, like, I would say that the thing that I love the most about it is that you can just for a tap see what the descriptions are, stuff like that. That's what I love doing now. I love role playing the spells and shit. I love doing that because it's so cool, you know.
I think for new spells better, and I could remember more of the details. Like I know certain spells really well, but if I knew all the details a lot more, I'd be more confident. But having the digital where I can just click the description before I do it and just double check I've got the details right.
Okay, so we are about halfway through our questions on my phone. Do we want to do the giveaway now? Should we do the giveaway now? Should we give them the giveaway now?
Do people want stuff?
Do you want stuff? If you follow us, let me just check if you've actually followed
Let's give a last orders, shall we?
Yeah,
Let's give a last orders.
Right.
Get people in there.
So, if you subscribe, you get 5 instant entries into this giveaway.
Right.
Okay, that's 5 instant entries. If you follow us on Twitter and Facebook, right, you get an additional entry. Okay? So, easy. That's just a follow. Alright? And we'll write it down on the pen and paper. We'll go over there. Zoe's got the paper. Yeah, so let me go to my watches thing here. There we go.
Kitsune, what a suggestion that is.
One of us will have to DM for you sometime.
Yes.
Entire session on paper.
Jeff Bomb 911, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Owl family.
Jeff Bomb.
All we're gonna do is I'm just gonna put your name down on a piece. We're going old school with this. Your name is literally going down on a piece of paper where you've actually done it from, and then we put it in the bowl, and then we just. Thank you, Bob. Let's if whatever goes down. Congrats to Beth DLC for leveling up to a Willow cluster rank.
And Jeff Bomb following?
Oh, by the way, just in case we've got some new people in here, the cluster ranks, that is what I use in my games to denote levels. So level 1 is Willow cluster rank, level 2 is Porcelain, level 3 is Iron, and it goes up and up and up.
What we're on now?
With steel? Steel 4?
Real steel.
Or is iron 4?
No, I think you're Iron actually, no, because it's Porcelain, then it's Bronze? Copper? Copper. Copper's 2.
That's copper.
Copper's 2, then it's Porcelain, then it's, see, paper is superior. So I do love paper, it's just that I don't have any room anymore. It's like, my fucking house is full of paper.
Mind you, it was fun.
Can I get a team paper?
When we did that pen and paper one with the Valkyrie girls, James.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Oh yeah, that was super fun.
One.
That was super fun.
I did do pure paper
So
one.
can someone write Callum Pie?
Callum Pie.
He's just followed us on Twitter.
Paper is secretly the top level. Yes, it is.
Okay. If you have any questions while we do this, let us know.
The one just fired in just there, Jeff Bomb. How often do you homebrew things?
All the time. I homebrew. Recently, I've homebrewed crit rules because I don't like how 5e crit rules work. And what we've done is we've taken rules from 4e and we've messed around with them a little bit. Oh, I love this song. But yeah, so all the time. But I don't like to make it too inclusive, like too much in there. Like, because if you do that, then it can mess up a game.
Yeah.
Like
I brought in some more epic. Sometimes you see some monsters, for instance, and it's like, it's so epic, but my group that I'm taking is like level 2, and then you gotta homebrew it a little bit, so you can have these epic monsters, but bring them down a little bit. And also the other way around, like when your party start to grow and get big, but you love some of the basic monsters, it's like, yeah, but we're gonna have a beefy version.
Keep passing things to yourself.
I love the crit tables, like for heist. I've literally told them if they roll a nat 1, we've got a D100 table, and there's a very, very slim chance they could lose a limb.
Yeah.
So I've actually got a table for the fumbles and for successes.
I love that.
So it just adds on, like, say for example, one of them on the nat 20, once you've hit them, they also stumble back, which could be up to 10 feet, and that gives opportunities of attacks. So it adds in a little bit of extra, bit more scare, or a little bit more fun for actually succeeding.
exactly, Kitsune. Like it's very frustrating. That's why we changed the crit roll, because it was very frustrating just to roll a 1 And it's like, oh, yeah, I doubled down my damage. I did 7 crit damage. It's like
We've had about 3 or 4 versions
We have.
under your
This is my
games now,
favourite
haven't
one,
we?
we had a way too overpowered one, which was my original one, which was way too overpowered. It was basically max damage at
Auto
double.
max, yeah.
Yeah. Then add the mod. We had your one, which was just to reroll 1s and 2s. wasn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Which just
Which
too complicated to do.
Yeah, I kind of liked it.
I liked it, but
again, you still have the lower numbers sometimes, and it was a bit frustrating. But then we've done this. So in case people don't know, quickly, basically you max all. There's 2 steps. You max out all your damage, right? So say if you have a dagger, that'll be 4 plus your mod. Let's say you've got 18 dex, so plus 4, right? So 8, and then you do a proper roll. So you just roll your d4, then add your mod.
It's a good
Right.
middle ground,
Then add it.
because let's face it, there's nothing worse than finally getting a 20 and just absolutely bumming the roll.
It sucks. It sucks. So yeah, Callum has followed us. Guys, we're going to be doing the giveaway soon. So if you want to be in the giveaway, either sub to us, or do both actually. You can sub to us, which you get 5 entries.
I love that question.
Or you can follow us on Twitter at The Watchers D&D or on Facebook at The Watchers D&D, and you'll get an entry. You get a free entry.
Love
For
that
players,
voice rider on.
do your characters try to speak like you, or does your character have different voices to your IRL voice?
Hey, I'm gonna chop off some heads right now.
I have this reputation of being some kind of country bumpkin, but it's not quite like that. But voices are my favourite part. Voices are my favourite part, as different as I can get. And by each character I change it every time as well and things like that. And that's what, I think that was a massive part actually of actually going me into DM, because then I can do loads of voices per session.
Also, it's
I love
not.
that.
Also, it's not mandatory, by the way.
Exactly.
Like you don't have to do voices. Tom's voices are.
Thank you,
epic.
Siren.
Aw.
Who's Siren?
That's
Thank you, Siren.
selfie. Selfie.
I mean, I don't do voices, but I feel like
You got
how I
tone.
speak changes.
You got tone, yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
Sometimes just body language though.
Yeah, everything
Even if
about
it's
me changes.
kind of the same
I
voice
mean-
that comes out, just a body language change can just make it look like a different person.
I made a post of a kind of a helpful post about if you are DMing, you need to get across. You don't have to do voices, but you need to get across to the players what your NPC is feeling and how they're feeling. You don't have to do silly voices. You can just mess with tone, right? So if someone's angry, do an angry tone. If someone's sad, do a sad tone. If somebody is expectant, do an expectant tone. You know, it's just tones are great. You don't have to do the voices. You don't have to do all the stupid voices me and Tom do. You don't, right? But it helps because it makes it funny and also it makes it more memorable.
It just calls your
I
voice.
think mine's a little squeakier, but not
There's
really.
always
I
time
mean,
for that.
what Kitson has just said there, but messing voices up are fun.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
the party have heard me say to this in one shots, and anyone else that's like, oh, but I want to do a Scottish accent, but it's not coming out right. And the first thing I say, there is no Scotland. There is no Scotland or Scottish accent in the fantasy world. So that accent that is coming out of you, that's your accent.
Yeah.
There is. To me, there's no messing up voices. That's just that character's accent. They're all fantasy accents, aren't they? So there
what
isn't
you want.
an exact.
I've tried,
exact-
That's
and
good.
I still want to do it, but I only got to bring it out once. But I was inspired. If anybody's watched The Expanse in chat, I was inspired by the Belter Creole from The Expanse, which is a kind of a South African mixed with Welsh and Korean, right? It's a crazy.
Tried that one.
It's a crazy accent, but it's awesome, right? And I've only been able to play one character, and it was a bard who he didn't inspire you with song. He inspired you with really shitty tales, right? Like they're not shitty tales as in they were bad tales as in to tell them. They were just really, what's the word? They were really like sad and. Trying to think of the word macabre, you know, they were just, and his inspiration was giving you that little bit extra through that because he was I think he was a shadow bard or something. But
Always massive props to anyone that gives it a go.
Yeah.
Really
I
good.
think my most fun one was when I did the friendly dragon,
Oh yeah.
and I just literally used the DM screen and just like the claws over.
Yeah.
Just,
That was awesome.
I can do so much fun with just like the smallest thing, just like that over a screen. You convey such a different character to.
If you wanna know what that accent is, it's Belter, so Belter, and Creole, it's Creole. Right? If you want to know what they sound like. So we got another one.
Go, babe, you alright?
Oh,
So-
the Zoblob one.
Zoblob, yeah. I love Zoblob. So Jeff Bomb 911 has asked twice, how was your first game as a DM like?
Oh, mine was hilarious. I didn't know how I was gonna DM, and I tried to think of something I really love. So I was like, oh yeah, I love Harry Potter. So I'm gonna do a one shot with a school where people go to, and to make it interesting, I told everybody I gave them their class and things, and they had to pick an American stereotype. So you'd be like a jock or a cheerleader or like a goth or something really stereotypical, and it was just the funniest thing I've ever done. Everyone was
your
just
first
in,
time DMing that?
yeah. Everyone was in silly characters. Like Keith was playing a jock, and he typical thing, pissed in a bottle at one point, and later on in the fight, he threw the bottle at the bad guy to distract him, and it was ace.
I'll catch you later, Beth. We'll see you. I might see you. If you see me in Capital Lounge or anywhere, just come over and say hi. Any one of us, actually. I'm sure we'll say hi back. Yeah, we're just Bia, Fumblebee. I love your name. We're just gonna stick you down in the bowl now for that follow on.
You're in the bowl.
You in the. By the way, you get
Welcome to the bowl.
you get additional entries. So if you follow us on Facebook, you get one entry. If you follow us on Twitter, you get another entry. And if you subscribe to us, you get 5 entries.
Best shock ever. Even
I was
though
nervous
John's
as hell
shocked
my
for the
first game. Nervous as hell. And I don't actually remember much about it. I think it was probably because of the nerves.
It is nerve-wracking that
Yeah.
first time.
Yeah. You were there for it.
I mean, I know you were very nervous, but like
Yeah.
we had me, Spike, and Adam there, and Steve,
Yeah.
and we've all been mates for a long time, so it was like a pretty chill but also nerve-wracking. I
Yeah.
could tell, so I was trying to help them as much as I could.
Adam
Do
Heath.
I get anything?
Is that the one where you killed Adam off?
Yeah.
The same that campaign.
We haven't played.
Can
We haven't
follow.
played since then. So we all have reasons we play D&D. What are all yours? I can answer this one. So I started playing D&D to help with my confidence. It was something that I started because I knew it was something I loved. I would love to do, and I've always loved to do. But I was always told to not do it. I was told to stop doing it, grow up, right, and
Cultist.
you know, yeah, basically, right. I was told that I was never allowed to touch it when I was a kid. I was always around people that were playing it, but I was always told not to get involved. I was always told to go away or go to my room, you know. But then when I heard about it and I heard how easily accessible it was, and how I was always a writer. I loved writing, and it was just perfect for me because it was like I can get into it. I can get more confident because years ago me. I would not be doing any of this. Like, I'd be in my bedroom, by myself, spotty face, you know, in my PJs. You know, I wouldn't want to be part of anyone's life. I hated people, but I love people now, right? D&D has made me experience a lot of heads, a lot of minds, which has made me appreciate people more. So yeah, confidence.
Mine was, without going way into it and playing little violins, it was just a massive low point, like almost 3 years ago, and it was just throwing myself into something completely new. I had such a different view of what Dungeons and Dragons was, like through the years and things like that, with my idea of it and what it was. It was so wrong. I just went to a first session, and without being cliche, it was just the rest is history, and I did have it all wrong, and I did what we said, and I did throw myself into it. It's completely new. I never put myself down, and still kind of don't to some extent, but never put me down as a creative in any way in terms of a person. But since I started playing this, I've shocked myself several times really with what I've
I was
been
very
able to do
surprised
with
when you first started.
it. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I often don't give off the image of someone that would enjoy the game, but I absolutely love it. And the reason that I stayed away from the game, which was the RP and serious RP, is actually my favourite bit.
Yeah, that's your best bit.
So that's how much I knew, and I was very, very wrong. But
Zoe?
It was her fault, mainly, funnily enough.
yeah.
You
Yes,
would think it was James, being my brother. He was trying to talk me into
I
it.
bullied her
for-
all the time.
You were his
Yeah,
ninth
he's-
choice.
He was trying to talk me into it for God knows how long. But then I tattooed.
That was like the longest tattooing process as we kept talking.
I tattooed Jace or Lauren one day, and she. My rule is that you can pick your music when you're being tattooed by me. She picked Critical Role. And I love Matt Mercer anyway, so I said yes. We watched it.
We've been happier ever since. Yeah.
Me and Matt Mercer are happily married. I wish. No.
Sick burn.
I think Tom would agree.
He's thinking the
I'd
same
be
thing.
worried if
I
I
think.
didn't want to marry him. But yeah, it's just. I don't really know where it started, except that. Like, I don't know what happened after that, but we're here, so.
Okay.
I'm
Did
not
you
as
do a one
excited
shot,
as these
that was it?
guys. Yeah, I did a one shot.
Dan.
I got sick of watching it.
Yep.
Pretty much posting it every other night of the week. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna have to start. I'm gonna have to try and play a game soon. So yeah, literally.
If you
just
can't
from
beat him,
observation.
join
Yeah.
Lauren?
Observation.
Mine, I've been role playing on Live Journal and Dream with for so many years. I've always been a role player. And her best friend was down visiting her, and she was like, "We're gonna watch Critical Role," and I was like, And for the first couple of hours, I was sat there going, okay, and then I got it, and I just fell in love.
Yeah.
But it took loads of confidence to come down and find these guys, like, for the first time. I've been watching it for over a year.
We're happy we found you. Like, and
Yes.
you found us because you're such a great.
But it was scary, like, that first
Yeah.
time, like, stepping out from just watching it and going, okay, I can meet new people, I can play with them. But I'm glad I did.
Right on. Yes, all of our videos, including this one, are going up on YouTube.
Yes, escapism to Kitsune.
Yeah.
Yes. I often play female characters actually.
I can play male characters.
Yeah.
It's because it's as going into what I was saying earlier. It's so cool and refreshing to get into another head that you have no idea. No idea about. So who is your fave character you have created?
I think we've got top 4 races.
Top 4 races. Quickly.
I haven't got enough experience on them all. Myself personally.
I tell you what.
I guess I'm a little bit weird because I'm known and always Mickey took out me because I've just got a thing against elves. I don't know why, but a lot of the visions that I get of elves, just the very hoity-toity look down your nose. But then again, the hypocrite in me, my favourite race is actually Dark Elf, but just in the lore and everything like that, they're always very different. They're all very separated from the other elves. I just love a lot of their lore and the things behind them. Yes, Elfist.
Elvis.
But Dark Elf is my favourite race.
It's hard to choose 4.
Yeah.
I can give you a number. Like, I would say my favourite race is Hill Dwarfs. I love Hill Dwarfs. Very closely followed by Furbolgs.
Yeah. I thought that'd be one of those. Drow Life.
Classes? Do you know what? I had a favourite class. And then I've played a shitload since then, and now I don't, because I love them all. I love all of the classes.
The other 2 races
great.
for me, shout out to Kenku, ever since I played one. It's probably the most challenging race I've ever played because of the way they talk and things like that, but the way I played mine, as difficult as it was often the most rewarding when you get those dialogue things right, and the potential for comedy as well, because of the way I play characters. The potential for comedy is brilliant.
So I think we should get on to the giveaway now. Then we do have 3 questions that were answered, but yeah, we'll go into the giveaway. Can we have a little show off for what we got? So this is the bowl where all your names are. Oh no, one's escaped.
Yeah, I was just,
Oh.
No,
Quick, it might be me.
no. Who is it? Oh, I know who it is. You guys don't. I know who it is. Can show off what we've got. So we've got like a loot box.
Mine's not ready because I've only just
Should've
drawn
been
what we're doing.
Well, we can explain what
Yeah.
we're doing.
So do you want me to go get the book?
Yeah.
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 Let's get some dice in chat. Who's getting lucky? Let's roll those dice.
Get some,
roll your dice.
burning
The
one
more
next to
dice you
each other.
roll, the more chance you got of winning. Dot dot dot. Probably.
So yeah, this is a huge giveaway. We're doing this monthly, so we hope to, like a couple of other people that come in here, we hope that you can join in the next one.
Get this out of the way now. My Owlette pouch, which camera am I using?
It looks so cute.
It's
Look at
not
that.
turned up.
Look at that. It's so adorable.
Nice in. It's supposed. It might be here on Friday.
Ooh.
Should have been here over a week ago.
Keith just rolled that nat 20.
Well, I'm
So-
Could it be?
So as a reminder, we are giving away a phase spider miniature, which looks awesome.
There's the 2 minis
They
together
suck.
for showing camera.
We have a bugbear mini as well
I ordered it ages
from
ago.
Reaper.
Face spider
Right on.
because the
Ages.
episode a few weeks ago.
We have an owlbear pin
Can you
as
see
well.
that? Ah,
I love that.
Yes.
I love it. I want it.
Let me see it.
We also have some dice, and we have a lovely dice bag as well.
He's adorable.
We have so the dice are beast themed. They're kind of I'll get them out for you. I think they're Creed. They're the Creed line, so they're like oranges and browns. You also get a free dice with these, which is like a blue. I can't remember what that dice is. Oh yeah, and then we get the print as well. Slightly bent print
Creed confirmed.
from from Tasha.
Yeah.
Tabitha Dreadful, by the way. I forgot to give her a bloody shout out. Go follow Tabitha Dreadful on Facebook and Twitter. She's taken that photo. Gorgeous.
yeah, she is amazing. She's like literally the only photographer I go to for my cosplays.
She's great.
And
And then we have that notebook, which Zoe is gonna draw kind of a Leshier.
It's like a wood effect notebook. It's so cool.
so that's the notebook.
Heavy, by the
and
way.
That's what's going on it.
Basically, we're giving you a starter set to
going on?
becoming a
What's going
druid. Is what we're doing. Stick that back.
Oh, I can't remember his name now.
Are we waiting for anything else? Oh yeah, dice bag. We've got coming as well. The plushie we spoke about. Yeah, I think that's it.
Oh yeah, the plushie.
Yeah, the plushie.
So there is teddy bears. There's
So a bunch of stuff.
Cuddly
A
toy.
bunch of stuff. It's there's value there. All right, who wants to draw this? Should it be me first, and then we'll go around like next time?
Yeah, you should do
Yeah.
the first one.
Okay.
That everyone
What we
plays.
got?
Oh, you're balanced out now, Keith. You just rolled a 1. Sorry, bro.
Ooh, 19 there, almost.
Keith rolled a natural 20 a couple of minutes
Got an
ago.
unnatural 20.
You'll be sending the dice back this week. Just stuff happened. I understand, Luce.
Well, to be fair, I was supposed to have drawn that on the book ages ago.
We're going a little bit over time, but I think we're all having quite a lot of fun here. So it's okay. All right. So
Okay.
I can't look into it because that would be cheating.
Look at the chopper.
It's a big one.
She said,
She said.
Oh my god.
Are you fucking kidding me?
who is it?
James.
It's Jade. Jade Curtis.
Hey!
Jade Natalie Curtis at JN Curtis for Curtis on Twitter. She has won.
Boom.
Shame on.
There it is. It's right there. I don't know if you can see that, but it's right there on the thing. Ooh. No, you can't.
Official
I
adjudicator.
can't see it.
No.
That's some nice
We know
swag.
it's there,
Zoe,
Jade.
could you write another one out for just so I don't have to write them again?
Just to put it, yeah. Why can't you just put that back in?
Can't we put it back in?
Wait, yeah, we could. But it's been.
Can't remember if I
I'll
can't keep the ticket.
write that she's won it down on a piece of paper, but...
Congratulations. I mean, Jade is busy right now, so she's not in the chat right now. But don't worry, she has won this.
So that means she doesn't win. It's not the next one.
She's won this huge giveaway. Yeah, thank you for sharing out. Remember that, and I'm going to do my best this week to actually get the next giveaway out. We're going to work together. We could probably do it on the stream, actually, talk about what the next theme is going to be, like what your ideas are.
I already voted.
Okay.
What for a theme?
Yeah.
Have you done the vote?
You have.
Maybe
No,
you guys should
no.
vote this
We don't
time.
have a vote. We haven't had a vote.
I already said a
Oh, I think
suggestion.
you might have
then.
You mean the one where we're in
suggested for
TK
last time.
Maxx?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I know what it is. But yeah, congratulations
Nice
to
looking
Jade.
jacket.
Should we do it now?
What?
Yeah.
Should we do it now? Yeah.
Do
All right.
that.
Write these down, somebody. So yours is. Yours recommendation is.
Oh, I don't know how to...
Fair.
So these are the themes we're coming up with,
Oh, yeah.
She's in the bath.
right?
And
so
just popped around and told.
this is to help us buy stuff, right? So we can put it all into the loot box.
I wrote Jade's name
don't
down
want
just in
no
case we forget that she's won, which
Edgy rogue theme.
I told her
Just a
she's in
black
the
box.
back.
It's the black box.
Yeah.
A rogue theme box. I mean,
Yeah.
So yeah,
Someone wants a box full of money. That's all they want.
just chocolate coins,
That's
That'd be
it.
good,
That is
actually.
it. That is it.
scales. So yeah, it could be anything that's D&D themed, right? So
Edgelord.
anything.
Edgelord themed. Just don't even fucking think about
Just school pictures of Zoe.
Hey, yeah.
So what's gonna happen? So what's gonna happen, guys? This is what happened last week. Is that on Twitter, right, and on Facebook, I'm gonna put a vote up, right, after the stream, right, and you guys are gonna vote on our next theme, okay?
Nice.
God, Box of Justice.
We're all doing one.
I thought we were.
Yeah, you're all doing it. If you can think of one, yeah, put a theme down, and then we'll let you guys decide on what the theme will be, and then we can roll over. Like you can think up the Hell's Den went last time, so you can put.
The annoying thing is, I feel like mine is
I'm
fairly
thinking I didn't know I was supposed
now.
to put one in. Hang on.
I'm gonna widen my theme a little bit. I think I'm gonna
Forest.
Nat 1s and Nat 20s. No, it's just going to be a box full of dice. That's all it is.
Oh no!
I've done
Who's
mine.
it?
I've just seen some on screen. I was actually going to put.
Done.
No, Dan's done it. Oh.
And I'll let you know all the themes in a moment, guys.
I was going to put that.
Okay.
And I literally just looked at the screen.
A tiny ukulele.
Yes!
Yes.
How did you guess?
Can you just send us
Bard
one
life.
anyway?
What's going off? I got loads of it. You've just won our huge giveaway. You just won all of it. Our entire loot box.
The lot.
All of it.
But now it's a surprise because you're not gonna
The
see
chat's
it.
just been spamming Jade or something.
You've won, get out of the bath! Alright, so. What did you put? It looks like. What does that say?
Are you making fun of my
Which one?
right? That says Jade Curtis.
No,
We're not-
it looks like it says Jade Comes. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks
That's
like.
not what I
That's
wrote.
what it looks like.
It does actually look like that. It does actually look like that.
Let's have a look.
God damn it, Zoe.
Need a magic.
Alright,
Switch off. Switch
so
off. Back in a minute.
go back to the bath, go back to the bath. So, the themes I'll be putting up on social media for the watchers will be Otherworldly from Zoe. Thieves, is that from you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Thieves, or, yeah, Heaven and Hell. From
I was actually
Tom.
thinking about that, but I knew
Edgelord.
you would put that, so I just left it.
And Kate stole from the chat with Scales.
I didn't steal. I literally thought, that'll be quite good. Took the paper, looked up, and it was there on the screen. So Keith,
Yeah.
Keith.
So,
Dan's choice.
those are our four themes, and I'll stick them up after the stream, okay? All right.
Don't take your phone in the bath with you, Jade.
Well, I do that all the time.
I mean,
Yeah.
I do all the time as
I
well.
don't.
That's not the point.
Because music, right?
Yeah. So once again, congratulations, Jade. And if you want a chance to win our next giveaway, just give our social media at the Watchers D&D on Twitter and the Watchers D&D on Facebook. Also share the post, because with that share, you get an additional entry as well. If you sub, you get 5 additional entries as well. right? Also, Rideron, you did get a little bit extra, like people who have sub for a little bit longer, so like the 3, 6, the 12 month, they do get a couple more entries as well. But yeah. Whew. All right, cool. So back to the questions.
I've got time for one more before I have to go attend math stuff.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Like genuine math stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's okay.
Sorry.
It's all right. So there's no more questions that have.
I didn't even know Kindles did that. This
What?
is how
They've
up with
evolved.
technology.
It's
works.
the Black Fridays, it was super cheap for the big screens as well.
Okay. Right. So this is a cool question. Again from Napsalm, Rich. If you could insert a major non-D&D character into your realm, who would they be, and would they stay strictly as that character, or would you have something like an older Harry Potter as a higher level sorcerer?
Ooh.
Yeah. So if you could insert a major non-D&D character into your realm, who would they be?
Oh,
Would they stay strictly as
Siri.
that character? Siri.
I'd go with Siri.
she would-
She is a babe.
We would love to help with the Heaven and Hell theme if it happens. Oh, there's a campaign going. There's a campaign going on now.
Yeah.
Also, if you guys enjoyed this Q&A, we'll do it more. Right, we'll do it like other times as well.
And I have dropped in like characters from books, like I've taken the names.
Yeah.
And then I've ended up dropping that full character in, and
referencing
then
people and things like that. Yeah.
and then they've pretty much stayed as much as they can be. But obviously you have to change like their powers to match as close to D&D. But I've dropped a fair few in because it's just good inspiration.
Yeah.
Like you look at the back of the the Dungeon Master's Guide. There's actually a page at the back where they've got like books where they say inspirations taken from everywhere, and they list like books that they say are good to read for inspiration. So a lot of it does come from other places.
Mine's gonna be a joke one.
I'm sliding away. Farewell. I must go attend to math.
Okay, you do math.
I don't want to go
Do
to
math. Numbers. Okay, everybody in chat, say goodbye to
Bye-bye.
Jace. That is her name now. It is definitely
It is
Jace.
Jace.
I keep accidentally in real life calling her Jace.
So I'm just Jace.
She's Jace now.
I will catch you later. You do well on the math.
I don't want to do maths. I gotta do maths.
See you
If
later.
I'm going to build a time machine tonight, I'll enjoy maths. Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Love y'all.
Anyway.
Okay, yeah. So mine's kind of a joke character. Rideron. Thank you so much for that tip, man. Thank you so much.
Don't eat yellow snow.
But yeah, mine is going to be Miss Doubtfire.
Just because you do the voice anyway.
Except Miss Doubt, they wouldn't strictly be the character. They would know how to cook, because that's what Penthrift is. He's just Miss Doubtfire, but knows how to cook. so
You mean Penfold?
fuck off. His name's Penthrift. Okay,
We
goddamn.
have it on good authority. It's Penfold.
Okay, so mine is Penthrift.
I'd like a really unlucky son bitch, kind of like Kenny from South Park. It just constantly gets like, not sure on the mechanics of constantly dying in D&D, but just constantly getting maimed and that kind of reference, because I love me some South Park and Kenny. I'm not just gonna just do the stereotypical Tom thing and say some sort of awesome hot female ranger called Cara Loft. Who likes to raid dungeons, dungeon raider. But
Oh, can you see Freya? Is she out? No, she's sleeping.
She's sleeping.
I think she's in hibernation right now. Like half hibernation, the thing that
So-
lizards do.
yeah, maybe an unlucky Kenny. That'd be quite funny.
Unlucky Kenny.
Siri.
Oh yeah, he's already there. No.
I think she'd do pretty well in it as well,
Tara
to
Loft.
be honest.
Huh?
I think she'd do pretty well in it, to be
Huh?
honest, because she does that yum 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 thing. She's like Sonic, but hot.
Tara Loft.
What about you, Dan?
Spider-Man.
I have no idea.
Oh, new.
I really do. I was so wide open.
No.
New from
We
Elf and
changed
Lead.
our mind.
I would be new from Elf and Lead and slowly like learning to talk.
Okay, this one.
That would be cool.
This question you guys are gonna love. If your character had a theme song, what song would it be
Oh lord.
from Selfie on Discord?
from an actual song.
Ring, 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 banana phone.
So a theme for Inspira.
KDA.
Really? Is she a goddess with a blade?
Fuck yes.
Really?
She's got Nightshade. Don't deny her godliness. Look, you made me kill my sweet
Yeah.
dick.
It would be
What?
something really sassy, seductive.
Edgelordy. Welcome to the Black
She's
Parade.
really not.
Like the Thomas Tank Engine theme song under the bridge with all the goth ravers.
I
I
genuinely.
think something like. I'll keep on thinking. If anyone else has got theirs on the go.
Well, it's got you stumped, isn't it?
Oh yeah, there's too much music.
Oh, mine's probably like the "You're the best around."
Real Big Fish, beer.
Yeah. What? What'd you say?
Beer.
Beer.
Real Big Fish.
I mean, apart from dude looks like a lady.
I would say Aqua Girl. Barbie Girl, sorry.
For AO.
Never Inspira.
Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
You'd be like Puddle of Mud. She fucking hates me or something.
Alright. So,
Did you actually pick one?
Oh.
still going.
Power Rangers theme.
Too
In fact, that would
many
work for me every time I run in.
You guys got any questions in chat?
Power
If I've missed a question, right, just repeat it and I'll do my best to answer.
Go fucking.
Maybe some awesome kind of pendulum, something that starts off slow, dubstep, and really picks up and ramps up and
You mean tarantula?
really, possibly tarantula. Yes, possibly something like that. But yeah,
Shooting
something
arrows.
pendulum, something full adrenaline and vibrant like it is.
Shooting arrows from the corner of the back of the room.
In fact, we're not going to talk about that last question.
What is it?
Dakis, you need to give us some. You need to give us some stats, mate, because I'm not keeping up with that stuff.
I don't know.
I can tell you mine right now. It's always fail.
So, final question from Selfie. Remember, guys, you can ask them in chat if you want. On Discord, what would your dream companion pet be?
Ooh.
As these
You
characters.
can't say bat. Yeah.
As these characters.
Unicorn.
I feel instantly. I feel Aya's is something like a panther or something panther-like, or some sort of cat, like sleek, slinky, sneaky, that kind of thing is what immediately springs to
So like a
mind.
small black cat.
Yeah. Anything up to a panther, something like that. She could get one. I can see Cade just like dressing up a kobold exactly like him. Here's
Mini me.
Mini me.
That would work actually. Because I was just thinking something I could throw.
Throw the little Cade.
We see his little.
Yeah.
Troy just flying through the air, just as a dragon. We can just see it now. Distract. I have no idea.
Sentient little spider would be cool though. Like one that you could communicate with and send it into sneaky little places.
Moth.
I mean, they are kind of sneaky.
Not a
aren't they?
moth, no.
It's in game, man.
Never,
It's in game.
never, even in fantasy, there's never a moth.
Tarantula moth.
Fuck off.
So, if
Who's getting rid of that one out of us?
if ditch wasn't a thing,
Guys, why are you making me ditch?
No, just say it doesn't exist.
Unicorn bat. A unicorn. Let's go with a unicorn.
that is pretty in spirit, to be fair.
Just slip out of the pocket.
Something completely unattainable,
Cobalt
extremely fabulous.
Cobble goes flying through the air. In the name of Cade!
Name of game.
With purple hair. It has to have purple hair.
See, I like the idea of something that can run in with me. So I don't want to be.
You want a unicorn?
I don't want a bear. because that just seems too easy. So maybe gorilla.
A gorilla.
Yeah, why not?
Alright, okay.
Casual.
They're pretty good. He's my primate friend.
Hold him down while I cut him open in the basement.
That's all the questions that we've got. But don't worry, like,
outside D&D.
no, I mean on my phone.
Yeah.
Right. But so Thakist for DM. Have you ever thought of doing or done an evil one shot or campaign? I really do want to do
The
one.
Watchers.
And I never. The thing is that I always say prior to a game, if it's a campaign, I don't do it with one shots because one shots are different. That they only last until the end of the night. So right, or a couple sessions later, but they're not gonna last long. But I always ask in a campaign at the beginning, do you guys want this to be a good or an evil campaign?
Yeah, you do need that guide. I think.
Because when you have this is going on to another thing, but when you have half good, half evil, it turns into a clusterfuck and it's awful, right? Because obviously there's the evil people who are acting evil and role playing evil, and then there's the good people role playing good characters, and it's not fun. It's pretty hellish to DM that.
There can be a slight element that can work. A slight element
Yeah.
that can work.
It's still difficult, but I try to do that. But I would love to do an evil campaign.
I would love to do that.
I've done an evil one shot before. I've done it was with Lucy actually, Lucy, Anthony, and Emily. That turned into an evil one shot where they decided to join.
Oh yeah.
Apart from Anthony.
Yeah, he died. They sacrificed him. Yeah.
Power.
But yeah, so I have done an evil one shot before, and I would love to do an evil campaign. It's just it's hard. It's hard to get someone, because a lot of people equate being evil to being a dickhead, right? And that's not what being evil is about. Being evil, if you look at the descriptions, right, being evil is wanting power. You don't care about innocence, you want power, and you want more of it, right? And you want to keep, that's the description.
Single track mindedness.
Yeah. Whereas a good person will always put innocence in front of their own ideals, right? So if, so like a lawful good character, for instance, will always put, by the law, they will always protect, sorry, that thing just spat on me. They'll always protect the innocents, right? Whereas evil people will not. They will selfishly think about themselves. That's that. Again, I don't want to talk about it too much, but that's what I love about D&D is that it cements lines a little bit more. If we were playing like we were our characters in the real world, D&D will be a lot more confusing, right? But because you've got these guidelines like good, evil, lawful, and chaotic, like it makes it way easier to kind of cement all how your character should be. Outside of D&D, what games are we into? I think you guys know what games I'm into, so you guys pop off. I mean, I'll speak at the end, but
Which way are we going?
we'll start with them.
Me?
Okay.
Well, always the first one that comes to mind is the one that kind of got me into board games in a way. That's Mythic Battles, Pantheon. I'd play that every day if I could. If I could set groups and play that every day, I would do it. It's
Great game.
Greek
Love it.
themed, the gods, titans, all the heroes. It's just got a really cool flow to it. I'm not doing a full review, but you know.
Goodbye it.
But I love that game, and it is gorgeous.
It is. And you've done such a good paint job on the minis as well.
Super simple, but I love it. It's effective.
Is that like any game, like video games?
Oh,
'Cause
just
I
give,
don't really
just
play.
give us like,
Well, you can say that.
yeah, just give us like 2 or 3, whichever.
So yeah, I don't. This is like the first sort of non-video game that I've actually played, other than Tom's teaching me X-Wing at the minute. Poor guy. So.
Talk to you after. Just remind me after we're done.
What's that?
Excitement.
So top 5: Detroit, Become Human. Any Zelda. Horizon Zero Dawn. That's 3, right? I want to say Assassin's. I'm not forgetting Fallout. I'm gonna say Assassin's Creed, but I've kind of got pissed with that over the years, and yeah, Fallout. Any of the Fallouts.
Okay. I mean, me, I'm into. Tom, you go ahead.
You're staying on tabletop.
I'm gonna piss.
As mentioned, last like four odd years has been X-Wing, Star Wars, played with miniatures, just another excuse to fly toy spaceships. Just and I mean just like the last few weeks, just starting to edge back into it again after being away from it. Was quite good at it at one point and went to a lot of competitive stuff, but always loved that. It's something that just clicked with me, and Star Wars, so it's awesome.
He was in the World Championships.
They destroyed his meta.
Tom was in the World
A
Championships.
little bit.
Was.
One that's followed me probably for the longest period of my life has been like Pokemon, both video game and those damn cards way back when. And still love a Pokemon video game now. Never will stop.
Gotta get more.
Love my Tomb Raiders, and going into more video games, I like stuff where I can eventually stray from the path. So your Grand Theft Autos, your Red Deads, your Fallouts, stuff that you can do all this mission stuff if you want, but I'm not too railroaded. Eventually, kind of probably you see in D&D with Aya, eventually she kind of wants to stray from the path and do other stuff, and I think that's often a common denominator through a lot of my things that I like and things like that. So
Railroaded. Railroad?
Yeah, exactly, and destroy the railroad in Fallout.
No. No.
Me, sorry, 1 second. Throughout my life, I have played fantasy RPGs. Shocker. Since 1996, where I played Dragon Quest and all the other kind of dungeon crawlers. And in 97, the best game of all time came out, Baldur's Gate. Don't at me. And then Baldur's Gate is what got me into D&D, and after that, Dragon Age, Silver, RuneScape, Legend of Mia, World of Warcraft, Anarchy Online. Big up to Anarchy Online. Ruby Car Forever. There's a lot of games. Oh, Pillars of Eternity, as well.
I mean,
Just a bunch of games. I love Legend of League of Legends.
That sounds cool.
Like, I played League of Legends for almost 9 years now. I've got about 12,000 hours in that game. So it's embarrassingly.
I want to swap Assassin's Creed out for Final Fantasy because I feel like I'm letting
Final
Selfie
Fantasy.
down.
Yeah.
And I like Final Fantasy more than.
Final Fantasy.
And it's tattooed onto me, so.
Final Fantasy 7. Final Fantasy 8. Final Fantasy 13. Don't at me. Final Fantasy 15. I love all those games.
Server.
I've not played 12 yet.
Is that us?
Warning, server not responding.
Uh-oh.
Is that us?
Are
No,
we,
we're working, I think.
we are live.
We're still going.
Still
Don't
there.
shut
Just,
up,
it might just be
Anna.
I don't know if
that.
everyone can see that or if it's just us, but it's just saying server not responding.
If it's video games, Dota 2. That's my big go-to. It's just every time I go up to do play, it's like, and Dota. For Honor and God of War as well, just smacking stuff. So I mean that translates into Cave.
It's having a problem.
That's me with Fallout though. I start playing games and then I'll stop halfway through and just go straight back to Fallout.
Stupid, yeah. So Dota introduced turbo mode, so it's like the game's all 20 minutes long.
Disconnected.
Oh,
1 second, guys. Like, you guys can hear us and stuff, but we're
It's just the.
I think the IRC is having a little bit of trouble.
Is it just the chat or is it everything?
It's just that.
It's
chat.
just this. I'm gonna
It's still on here.
exit it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Someone told me about it today. Never heard
No,
of
that
it
sounds
before.
cool. I've not seen
There's a few bits to print off.
So you can
for
see my
it.
forehead right now,
Making
guys.
a-
Apologies.
Like a co-op, almost campaign thing for X-Wing. But it's
Oh,
co-op
what?
rather than just
I
one.
think it's
v1.
up to 6 players.
I beat
But I
Tom
think it's
X-Wing
version
the other
1.
day.
Did you?
Yeah.
And it takes
My
a dice roll.
first,
Okay.
my first girl.
Chatty just does not want to work.
When she rolled
That
it.
was ridiculous.
Yeah, when you rolled it, 2, got to range 1, 2 hits, 2 crits. Did 5 damage to my 4 health ship. Bye-bye. First time you shot at me.
But yeah, no, you can't do that. Go back.
Okay, hang on a sec, guys.
Yeah,
Chatty's being a bit of a knob, so
I think my lift is en route, just as a forewarning.
okay.
But you guys carry on.
Oh, Jesus, do I have to see my face?
I have to see my face, mate.
My
Get rid of it.
face is so bad.
Oh, look, you guys have still got your health over
James
there.
got one massive head, one small head.
Wait, where's this?
So we lost chat, so okay, we can see chat again.
Do it different.
B6 is speaking for me now.
Again, thank you, Rideron, for that tip earlier on. Really appreciate it, dude. That's going to go towards supporting this
Oh,
channel.
amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much. If you could play D&D with anyone famous, who would it be?
Is that the next one?
Is that-
Have we got any in between there?
Yeah, I mean,
So I could purple him the whole time.
yeah, there is no question. Like Matt Mercer.
Have you adjusted rolls behind the screen? We are not
Matt
dodging that.
Oh,
question.
okay.
We are not dodging that question, sir.
What's that?
You say it as a sign. I don't say this
Do you,
because
Oh, fudging rolls?
yeah?
I'll answer first.
Yeah, I think you already
You
told
should
us.
answer.
You've
Yeah.
made more
I
20s
do.
lower.
I do it all the time. And I do it all the time because sometimes the game can be unfair to the monsters and the players. Like, that's why you have a DM screen, is so you can make it a little bit more fun. Sometimes the monsters can roll 5 nat 20s in a row and it's like, come on, that's not fair. You know, but sometimes the players, equally so, can be, so I have to like, oh, I'm just gonna bump this up by a d6, or I'm gonna give it extra 10 HP, or you know, but that comes with experience. You will know, because the guidelines aren't necessarily true, and they're not necessarily accurate. Like a deadly fight might not be deadly for the watchers, but then an easy fight might kill them. Right.
Well, yeah.
So it's like you have to kind of play it by ear. Ear. You have to play it by ear.
So before the bottom question fences me in, the top one with anyone famous, I'm saying Sam Riegel because we are from the same pod. We really are. His party get pissed off with his puns just as much as my party gets pissed off with mine.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that would be an absolute nightmare for whoever DM that game.
Excluding streamers and D&D players.
Excluding that.
See, I'd love to play with Arnold Schwarzenegger just for the puns, but I think previous Jim Carrey would probably be quite fun to play some.
God, yeah. That's quite a good thing.
I've seen them on iZombie play D&D, so any one of them.
But yes, we do. DMs always fudge rolls. It happens. It has to happen. You have to make it fun. See if you could choose anyone excluding or is this who to play with?
Yeah.
For me, excluding D&D streamers or players. Because if it would be Matt Mercer or Matt Coville. Like I love those two, or Chris Perkins. But if it wasn't anyone to do with D&D, probably Liam Hemsworth.
Yeah.
He would be amazing to play D&D with.
No.
Fair enough.
Ryan Reynolds.
No.
Because he'd be so
Too
funny.
much. Too
Why?
Too much. He would. I think. I love Ryan Reynolds, but I feel like he would take over the show. Whereas Liam Hemsworth, he's chill and kind of.
And
No.
Chris.
Sorry, I meant Chris Hemsworth, not
I
Liam.
would say
Well,
you
no,
went
they're
with
both
Liam,
pretty
the
damn
bro.
funny though.
Yeah, they are.
So
That's
it
just like Chris. I know Chris more. So
You want
we're on personal
Thor
terms.
or theatre Thor? Yeah.
No, I want Chris Hemsworth. I want to play the game with Chris Hemsworth.
Tom Hanks or Gilbert Gottfried? There you go.
I have you now, Emperor. Pull up a chair, Palpatine.
What?
They made a Stranger Things into a D&D game where others could follow suit.
Oh yeah, I've seen that in town.
We play D&D with Horatio King
Nice.
for thingy. You know who he is? He's the glasses guy, the mean guy. It's like, I roll a natural glasses on, 20.
What, into D&D? Fucking... The thing is, what's great about D&D, and I've shown it with one-shots I've done, is that you can do anything with D&D. Like, it doesn't have to be fantasy-based. It can be space pirates. It can be...
So, yeah, Serenity.
You know,
Yeah.
it can be fantasy. It can be far future.
Goonies.
Yeah.
I've mixed up the Aliens universe with the D&D universe. Like the Aliens in 20th Century Fox Aliens, James Cameron, Ridley Scott Aliens. Like I've mixed that up because you can do anything you want. With it.
One that actually exists, and I'm going to mention that they're not had a go at, is the Star Trek one. And there's actually a Fallout one as well, RPG game, and I think that'd be
We need to play that.
pretty cool.
So what the world needs is a
A nuke.
D&D game where everybody picks a different Arnie character from the movies. And someone does get lumped with Junior.
I'll do Junior.
What does anyone watch or listen to other D&D podcast streams favorites? I mean, I would say excluding Critical Role because I think we all watched it at some point.
Yeah.
Dice Camera Action are good.
Yes, that was going to be my one. That is a very good one.
Also, want to give a little shout out to a friend of mine who's been doing a podcast recently. It's called Roll by Rolls. That's ROLEBY Rolls as in dice roll. ROLLS. Grayson, Mary, Sela Biology, and their DM, and someone else I don't quite know yet. But yeah, they're doing a podcast. It's literally just a podcast, and they're following a story. And it's the DM's first time playing as a DM as well. But yeah, go check them out because they're starting out like we are, but we're helping each other out.
I like one from guys Node. The channel's called Node.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
But they don't stream it live. They edit it down, so it's really quick paced.
Oh. Girls, Guts and Glory as well. I like that.
But yeah, I don't watch much, but that's one I have watched because I followed that channel for various other things, and then discovered that they had a D&D playlist, so that was really cool.
Funhouse did a good one once.
Whole lot of fun.
But they stopped doing it. I'm not really sure why. I think it just took too much time.
Yeah.
They won all the prizes. That was a big one.
Geek and Sundry is an actual where they play a Star Trek RPG. That's a good one as well. It's Shield of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Shield of Tomorrow. That's definitely worth a shout, and a very different game system as well. The way that the dice are and
That closed caption.
and the categories and stuff.
What's
It's
the weather
very
in
different.
Star Trek, Tom? What's the weather in Star Trek? That's what it came up with.
You can't. As you were.
That's not a postcard. That's not a postcard.
What's the weather in Stratford? Stratford.
Wait, where are you looking for this? Oh yeah.
Subtitles. There we go.
Yeah, but they'd be the 2 or 3 I'd give a shout to.
Oh shiz, have you looked at your followers? We are on 1420. Boy, let's get the weird out. Let's smoke all the marijuanas.
Now,
Well,
all of you followers, subscribe. The amount of blind bags would be insane.
Yeah, why aren't you all subscribing?
Yeah, subscribe.
The hell?
Subscribe.
Prime.
Just go give them time.
Prime.
Give them time.
No.
No.
Absolutely freaking not.
Okay.
I'm gonna cut a bitch.
Okay, that's what you're into. So I think unless we've got any more questions, or you guys want to like.
Oh, Rideron can't sub anymore.
I think this should become a regular thing, but I think we should talk about kind of the story that you guys have been going through.
Like a recap.
Yeah, not
That's
recap.
quite good
just,
for me because I'm so bad memory-wise.
Yeah, same actually.
Just not recap, but more like the
Well,
events
not
from
recap,
previous
but-
episodes that
Yeah,
you've been
but
in.
just discussing.
Yeah.
I don't mean like an actual. Here's what happened. I'm people like, oh, can you remember that? What happened?
I fucking forgot about September. You get subs for half off this entire month. That's including gifts, by the way. Hint, hint. If you gift a sub to somebody, it's also half off. So, yeah, you can get your 5 entries for £2.50. Well, $2.50. Also, sorry, my music was being wank. Do it like once a month review and upcoming. Yeah, well, the thing is, the reason why we were doing this today is because we didn't really have a place to play. Right, but coming next week, I'm going to do my best to clear this room out. And if it's okay with you, Dan, I was thinking of having this table in the middle and then having the felt on top of it. We could play on there.
Hey,
You know that big felt table you have?
The red one.
Yeah. Do you still have that?
Yeah, it's just it has to go on the van. It's
Oh,
too
shit.
big for the
Yeah,
car.
you're right.
There you go, Bumblebee.
Oh, shit, we got a new sub. There you go.
Brr, brr, brr.
Thank you so much. I don't know why the sound effect's not gone through, but thank you. There you go. Yeah, Fumblebee, you have access to all of our amazing emotes. If we get to 35, we get all the brand new emotes that are coming through.
We'll figure something out.
So-
Yeah.
Here's the thing then, like current stage where in your character's head, for all us, like where your character's head is at the minute, what they're thinking, and if they want to say in their own head, their actual opinions on the other three.
Yeah, no judge.
Alright.
No judging.
Why are you looking right at me?
I'm looking at everybody. There's only 3 of us left.
The rest of them have died.
What? No?
What's your personal opinion on each other as characters?
What's going through Kate's head is he's still annoyed that he was a spectator to the last big fight, excluding the house. What's his name who we fought? The other watcher. See, this is what I mean. Memory's
Margoth.
terrible. Margoth. The fact that I just had to watch that whole fight was not fun. So still a bit annoyed from that. Just wants to walk around the courtyards and bash heads. You guys don't really think anything of Jace.
Wow.
Now Jace. It's
Wow.
kind of like, wow, what?
That's
Fucking
exclusive.
Wow.
No, just I don't really think anything of Jace. We're misquoting you.
Not like,
we're being journalists.
Oh, right, yeah.
We're twisting your words.
You've heard it here first, guys. Cade does not like Jace.
Didn't think anything, as in like, we're just there. I don't know. It's weird to explain. Aya, we fought. Basically overall, I would happily jump in front of any weapon, because that's just my character. Well, maybe all of us. You know. Push this one in line of fire.
Should get hit.
Just
too.
as a group, just they're basically like a brotherhood, because that's my roots were in gladiator. As a gladiator, it's just built around that. So finding a group and going through the group, through everything with a group is just like just a bonding thing. So it doesn't matter what I really think of everybody in that way. I just know that we're all there in it together, kind of thing. It's a bit vague, I suppose, but it's kind of what it is.
No, that's a nice way to put it. What about Aya? What does Aya think of Inspira, Jason, Cade?
In terms of just herself at the minute, she's getting used to. Actually, probably for the first time, having the first boundaries in her life. In terms of moral boundaries, anyway. She had boundaries when she was younger, but they weren't good ones. And she's just getting used to that side of things and behaving, trying to be maybe good. She still has a tendency to, she's still very what's good for me first at the minute, but that's going to be a slow burn. There's still a lot of things about A that she keeps to herself and
Gold.
that will
I know it all.
that will eventually. Well, we'll see. But it's having the way she sees the two, as she says it, the holy pants and good people watching us, that she kind of takes their quietness as that they are watching what she's doing, which probably makes her close up a bit more and probably makes her misbehave a bit more because she doesn't, not the word respect, but she doesn't really have a care on people that judge her as such and think, what is she doing right or is she doing wrong? Sometimes it's just naivety and she doesn't realise she's doing it, but because she's still only young.
What about Inspira?
Yeah, Inspira, she's kind of.
This is well. I'm gonna stay for this last one, and I'll make my way downtown.
I mean, she gets her. I think the main thing is with Aeon, because of the underhand people she's known in her life, is Inspira actually like that? She's kind of like expecting at any moment to like. She's not actually like that, but I think she's slowly coming round to it. Yeah, she is just actually like that. She is just naive, and whatever goes into the head goes straight out the mouth and that kind of thing, and she gets it and she kind of likes it.
Okay.
Inspira's pretty blatant with how she feels about
Yeah, she is.
I'll
She
say
is.
it's not really really secret series. And
Yeah, she's normally quite. Out of all of them, she's the one that pretty much just
Pretty
tells it as it
upfront,
is. Like
yeah.
Tom's just said, like whatever comes into her mind comes out of her mouth, sort of thing. So she's always said that she doesn't have a huge amount of trust for Aya, and she doesn't really know how she feels about Cade because Cade doesn't really talk much. She's well aware, like she's very self-aware, she's pretty much like me in that sense, she's very aware that she's irritating as fuck, and that people don't like her, but she just doesn't give a shit, like she's just, as long as she's having fun and she's doing her thing and she's okay, she's like, she don't care, she's just pretty honest and
There's obviously
candid.
reasons for Aya not to be trusted. She's the most morally grey of the four, probably. Like she's a
also
bit
a-
less black and white morally. But can I just say, Aya has given her real name. Just saying holy pants.
Yeah.
She is also like,
is not here to
it's
defend
more of the fact that like Aya is very secretive as well, like
We'll get to your question in a minute, Fumblebee.
She is, and she's sort of drip feeding that out. Obviously, the things with the flames and the fire. How much that'll become a main thing.
she's got the same
We'll
thing
see.
with Cade as well, because obviously Cade, she knows nothing about Cade's past or anything like that. I mean, we have literally been in the building that like Cade may have been in, and we still don't know. So, because Cade's not seventh, and he kind of just kept away from it. So she's still a bit like there are still things that aren't being shared.
to that, Kate
Sort of
would
thing.
say, "Pasta." Did you say pasta?
Do you need to get off then?
Yeah, I'll get going this time. I'll just go letting everyone finish before I go.
Although she does adore Jace.
Yeah. Yeah, just spoil
Whether they like it or not.
Yeah.
If you want to catch up, by the way, on the Watchers, they're all on YouTube. We're up to episode 12 right now. Episode 11. Sorry. Or was it 10?
There's 12.
We've just had 13 last week. In
Last
terms
week.
of-
So we're up to 10 on YouTube. Okay, but yeah, to finish off, let's finish off with Fumblebees. Well, we don't have to finish off. We can talk. for a
Yeah,
little
when
more.
starting a new campaign or so on.
When you
making a
when you
character.
play a new campaign and then making a new character, do you feel that you stick to a certain race, certain class or race? Are there any that you will not play? I can answer that. As well.
I'll fire off. And to answer Keith before that about have you played any D&D video games? No, I haven't.
I have. That's an easy. I'll answer that one in a second, but
Sweet. Sorry to leave you to it, guys.
it's all right.
For everyone. Oh, they're so delayed. Bye, everyone.
See you later, mate.
Alright, see you later, guys.
See ya. Everybody say bye to Cade. Bye.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next
See you
Tuesday.
next Tuesday.
Yes, there are no classes that I would say I have. There are no classes I say I would constantly go to because I try and go to all of them if I can, but there is a class that I try to avoid as much as possible, and that's Warlocks. I think they're dumb. I kind of think they're a little bit boring. If you are new to D&D, I would say Warlocks. Like, if you are new to D&D and spellcasting in particular, I would say Warlocks are pretty good for that, because you get your spell slots after a short rest. You only have 2 spell slots ever. Yeah, so I try to avoid Warlocks because they're a little bit too simple for me.
Me, I try and do the opposite. Other than a few explained exceptions, I try and go every time for a different class and race combo. As much as I like rogues, I've only actually ever played 2 different ones. And the only reason I repeated rogue, which was my Kenku, was because of how much energy I was having to put into the race and getting used to that race, that I just wanted a familiar class to go with it, so I didn't have to sort of think about that side, because if I'd have gone sort of Kenku Wizard, that would have just been so much to try and manage when I'm not used to it. So that's the only time I've sort of repeated a class. Apart from that, I try and go different every time, just to, obviously with aspirations of carrying on to DM, I want that all-round knowledge of working knowledge of most of the classes and races and how they do. So if people play them, you kind of got an idea. So, and just variety and going for new things. How many more stupid voices I can make up?
Internet does not like me. Well, welcome back, Siren. And I would say you've not really played a lot, have you, Zoe? So Zoe's trying to hide herself because you can see herself on the internet. Also, Keith, you asked earlier if we played any kind of D&D inspired or D&D games. Yeah, I mean, I mentioned one earlier, and that was Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale, Baldur's Gate 2, Planescape Torment.
And what you put me onto?
Dragon Age?
Dragon Age.
Yeah, Dragon Age.
Origins.
All of these come from kind of
I played
old
Dragon
D&D, old D&D kind of rule sets.
It's a good game.
Yeah. Thank you all for being the first to say my name right. It's such an adorable name! Fumblebee. It's great.
Yeah.
Currently, so it's gonna be more internet Zobo. Oh, okay.
Nobody wants to see that.
Hey, Callum.
The Resi board game.
Dragon Age
Nobody
Inquisition
needs
is
to
so good, just leaving that there. No, I know it got a lot of shit, but I actually really like Dragon Age Inquisition. It's actually got one of my favorite ever characters in it. It's got my favorite ever character, who is Morrigan, is in it. Right? She is the best.
Oh, she's in that one as well.
Yeah.
She is a little bit.
Okay.
Which I got upset. I played it for a week.
I've not played Inquisition.
I played it for a week. I got to Morrigan, right? And then I said, "Is that fucking it?" Right? Because like she has this huge. I don't want to say what it is. She has this huge like farewell, and kind of something happens at the end of Origins.
Oh,
I'm like,
no!
And,
Yes.
And then in Inquisition,
I need to go through that again.
I had a really, really bad crush on her. Like, I'm talking like I went on forums on the internet to find out what the fuck happened. Right? I wanted to know every DLC she was in. I wanted to know. But from Inquisition, it's Sarah.
Oh, yeah.
Sarah is amazing. Because I love her because she, on a more personal level, she kind of opened up to me, and this is going to get really personal and weird, especially my sister being here, but she opened up a little bit more of how I deal with my sexuality and how I don't need to be apologetic for it, because she is a lesbian and she will only date a woman, and she's not apologetic for it, and she'll flirt with anybody.
Yeah.
Right? But she will only be with a woman, right? And I respected that, and it made me realize that that's how life should be. That's how things should be when it comes to.
Is it weird that she
Amen.
kind of also reminds
Amen
me
to that.
a little bit of the really nice guitar lady. Oh fuck, I can't remember her name.
Huh?
On The Witcher. I think it's what she wears. Priscilla.
Oh, Priscilla,
She
yeah.
reminds me a tiny little bit of Priscilla.
A little bit. I would say she's a little bit more outgoing than her.
Yeah. She definitely is.
Sarah's badass. She really is. Garlic is bi. Garlic.
Garlic is awesome. I love garlic.
I'm trying to think like other characters. So you're playing Origins, aren't you? Yeah. So you've
I have
met.
done, yeah.
So you've met Wynn, who's
Yes.
also awesome.
Yep.
Morrigan and
Sarah's only in.
only in Inquisition. Yeah. In number 2, even though it got slated, it's got like one of my top 5 characters, which is Isabella, who is a pirate who takes no shit. Like, she has her own ship, she's super... And you can see in a theme here, I like strong women characters in computer games. They're just... I like seeing it because you don't see it much. Like, well, not back then you did. Like, it was when it came out.
I usually play them,
Yeah, same.
to be honest.
You just... Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's what I take... I mean, quickly, I'll go back onto D&D in a moment, but that's what I take from games, like, especially BioWare games back then, and even Baldur's Gate in that, because that was the same in Baldur's Gate. There was certain relationships you couldn't have in it. And that was back in 97, but you couldn't have in it because you were a certain way. You know, you just didn't, or they couldn't, you know. And that's so progressive and awesome. I think it's probably why, partly why that I've turned out how I am now, which I have those games to thank. D&D as well. I mean, right now I've spoken about it a couple of times, but Chapel is a diehard lesbian. She loves women, and that's all she loves. Right?
Same.
And it's so interesting to play this wise old bitch who knows her way around words, and she loves women, and she's confident, right? And she doesn't mix her words, and it's cool. Because D&D's kind of got me there with the help of those games as well.
I think it's like the whole thing with games, because we always used to. I think most of the games that we played when we were kids were all like very strong female characters,
Yeah.
including Zelda, because Link needed Zelda to like do his thing, and that's pretty much why I love them so much. Because obviously, women are fucking weaklings in like old people's eyes.
I don't. That's what confused me about. Like, you get never listen to these critics about D&D about it not being inclusive and stuff, because it's only as inclusive as you make it. Like, because the rules are there to set everything out for you, right? You could do whatever you. I try and use as much as I can. I try and use the proper pronouns throughout my games, and I try and make it as accessible as possible. Because we need to be accepting of everybody.
Mm-hmm. Plus, women characters are awesome on
the
Destiny
answer.
1 because small hitboxes. Girl power.
That question annoys me because I actually know the answer to it.
What's that?
Star Trek.
Star Trek: The Next Generation originally aired in what year? What was it? What was it?
Can't answer it, can I?
I don't know what that is.
You're about to say the wrong answer because that's Next Generation.
Oh shit, yeah. Is it? Wait,
I don't know.
I'm gonna Google it.
I don't know because I only
I want to make sure I say it right.
that question I actually don't know. So yeah, I'll put these
Yeah, I
questions
don't
in.
have my phone. Can I borrow your phone?
What do you want to know? Next Generation.
I was kind of close.
Yeah, I hasn't given him the right answer yet.
Oh.
No, that's just Keith's guess.
Star.
Here it goes. Here comes the spam. I think it's after that. I think it's
I
after
think
that.
it is after that.
No.
I'm gonna go
it's-
95.
No, it's down a bit, guys. It's down. You were
93.
you were close, Thakis. It's just
4.
Was it 91? I'm sure
No.
it was in the 90s.
no.
Okay, so I don't know the answer.
No, down.
92?
It's in the 80s.
Oh wow.
89?
No, lower.
It's even earlier than 84.
What? No way, because we
No
used to watch
way.
it.
There was a lot of reruns back then though, because I remember
You said everything but the right answer.
as a kid.
96? 86, I mean.
No, it's the late 80s.
As a kid, I remember watching terrestrial telly, and I used to watch the Kirk years.
Yeah.
And that used to be on terrestrial TV, so there was a lot of
you
reruns.
watched Star Trek.
Yeah.
I did used to watch Star Trek, yeah.
We're gonna have to.
Oh fuck! It was Enterprise we used to watch all the time as well. No wait.
That is the Next Generation.
Wow,
Yeah,
how was
I
a
get
year
it.
not been?
There we go. Fuck.
I said that.
The year I
No,
was
said
born.
90.
What?
1987 to 1994.
I was 10 years off.
The year I was born. No way, I'd have never got that.
You're old.
Holy shit. Also, I realized if we're gonna do this again, we're probably gonna have to think of a better camera.
No, we
angle
didn't,
for,
Ryder on.
For this one over here. For this camera over here.
No, I don't think we do.
We did it, owls. Just the flat chatted number. Yeah. Was there any questions during that? I don't know.
I didn't spot any.
I didn't spot any.
spot any.
Apologies if there are any questions. Okay. I mean, I would say we could play some games, but my streaming PC is not set up for gaming. It's got a piddly 1030 in it, so it's gonna do shit. Hopefully, I can come along and help out soon. Yes, Callum. Yes. I really enjoyed tonight. That's alright, man. I've really enjoyed it. You guys
Good.
enjoyed it.
It has been
Hand
good.
them over.
It has been good, actually.
Good. I was my fucking.
We are
ass.
in our living room right now.
Yeah, all right, yeah, I guess. So next week, things are going to be changed a lot.
Yes, I'm gonna be an old lady.
This couch is not going to be here. Whether I'm giving it away for free or for hardly anything, we're getting rid of it. Either way, and we're going.
Unexpected giveaway to you guys.
You want a couch?
Jesus, sofa, but you're paying the P&P.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, if you want it and you're from the Mansfield area, like, you just need to. I'll give you it for 30 quid. Right, just need a van. You just need a van and you need about 2-3 people because this thing is heavy as fuck.
James, this isn't Facebook Marketplace, mate.
Just Aya as a saleswoman. New trait. No, he's already got one. She's already got one.
She's already got quite a lot of charisma though, hasn't she?
I'm watching this
yes.
stream at work and I had to mute to take a
Charisma
call.
is,
Suddenly the chat flooded.
joint highest. Christmas 20.
Fucking hell.
No more questions unless. Oh yeah, you get to see my. So yeah, the plan is to have this table in the middle of the room, or another table if Dan can get one, and we're going to be playing on that table. This you guys can't see it right now, but you'll be able. Behind me will be my entire cabinet full of my minis, which I think is a better backdrop than what we used to have.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's full of minis right now. It's looking really, really sweet. Yeah, and then
Yeah, but then you'll get all my alcohol in there.
this. I don't care. This. I think the sound in here is a little bit better as well. It's a little bit clearer because it's a smaller room. Mini army.
I
really
am
do.
the mini army.
Really do have a mini army. Like, I have about 40 or 50 more minis stick in here as well, but I can't stick them in there. It's too much. Well, if there's no more questions, I think we should probably wind down.
This
Yeah.
is pain.
Let's.
Oh shit! Can I have that back?
Vote heaven and hell.
Yeah, oh yeah. So, thank you for coming today for the giveaway. Congratulations again to Jadis. She's won 2 giveaways now. Just
Yeah, she
realised.
has.
Yeah.
2 really good
And
ones.
plus,
as well.
there we go. Our job is done, guys. Our job is done.
Listening
People
to
got
We
hype.
love you,
Fuck Buddy really
Fumblebee.
got me excited to play. So I'm about to go out and buy. Yes! That's right!
Our job is done.
Yeah!
One of us. One of us.
I mean, don't forget that we're still giving away that blind bag. It's been 9 weeks now. We need to give it away,
Yeah.
right? We need to get.
September is the month.
September
I
is
can
the month,
feel it
yeah.
now.
I mean, we've got what day is 10th today, right?
It's the
We've got-
10th.
We've got
We're a third of the way.
We've got another 2 Tuesdays, right? So,
It's my birthday in 8 days.
it is. It is. Wait. Oh, your birthday is the day after.
It's the day before. Oh yeah, no, my
So it's
birthday's the
Wednesday.
day
Yeah, Wednesday.
Asked, have you ever thought of a Watchers podcast?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, Callum asked that. Yeah.
Did it? A podcast. We could turn it into a podcast, I guess.
Just clean up the audio and send
At
that
least you
out.
wouldn't have to look
Can't
at
clean
my
up
face.
the audio, really, huh?
Well, I just mean.
What?
Nothing.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Did you fucking call me?
Your hair looks really nice today.
Thank you. Yeah, we could do that if the demand is there. Right now, unless I have an editor, I'm finding it hard to put up episodes every week. But
Hint.
I am.
Thank you, chatbot.
I am going to be. I am going to look for other means to do that though, because it's such a long video. It takes an entire day for the entire thing to render, so it puts me out of action for an entire day. So I want to view. Yeah. But yeah, we're really excited that you got into it,
That's
Fumblebee.
awesome.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
That's
why we
actually
wanted
awesome.
to do this.
I got the tingly feeling.
That fuzzy feeling. Give thanks a cookie. So we got the 4 themes that are going to be available up after this stream. So watch our social medias. Stick it up.
To whoever asked about, I think it was Ryderon actually, that asked about the artwork.
Oh yeah.
It is done and it is available for prints. It literally just is a case of
Just need to
getting
print
them printed. So if you are interested in ordering any,
Get in touch.
Do it. Sorry, no, I'll get copyrighted by Spazzy. So the four themes were otherworldly, thieves, heaven and hell, and scales. So
Yes.
expect them to be up. Watch out for the social media. And without further ado, I think we should wind down
yeah, I've got to work tomorrow.
and go to what time is it?
Full day of
Oh,
tattooing.
wait, that's midnight up there. It is
It's
20.
not midnight.
It's 20 to 9.
No one there. That quarter minute on that one. Eat it, me six.
Wind down by saying the Thakist phrase.
Wait. Oh shit. Where is the camera?
I agree with Keith there, Fumblebee. You will be hooked.
Yes,
And we'll write you down for a guest character, yeah?
and we'll help you as well. Like, we'll help you out. Okay. Love y'alls. We're gonna go now. It's been lovely.
Get hype.
We'll see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Tuesday.